Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Retro Wrestling Review WCW podcast. I'm Gene Jackson along with broadcast Bob Anderson. And Bob, after recently watching the Clash of the Champions Ragin' Cajun, which resulted in George Scott being immediately fired, it's
Yeah.
time that we move on to Nashville, Tennessee to WrestleWar 89, Music City Showdown, to Municipal Auditorium. It was said to have 5,200 people in attendance. 120,000 people bought it on pay-per-view for a 1.3 buy rate. And they really didn't have a definitive person in charge at this very moment. Like, say, they got George Scott out of there. And so I don't really know who was sitting in, but they said that from the things I've read over the years that Flair, Steamboat, and I forget who the other person was, kind of had influence over how things were going to play out here. So we'll get it going here in just a second, but before we get started, where does WrestleWar? I know '89 is a year you're very fond of. That's why we made a point to start with it. So, as far as pay-per-views, clashes, events in 1989 on the WCW side of things, where does WrestleWar rank for you?
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't remember this show that well. My fondness for '89 is going to start picking up after this. I remember, like, Bash '89 was a show that I watched the hell out of when I was a kid. I had the VHS tape. Like, I didn't have a lot of actual commercial tapes. I had a lot of stuff that other people recorded for me, but I had the commercial tape of the Bash, and I watched it over and over again. And then I remember the Terry Funk run fondly. I remember Muta's run fondly. This show, I mean, I've looked at the results. Like, you were talking about George Scott getting fired. I laugh how we go from like 6 25-minute terrible matches to now we're going to have like 14 4-minute terrible matches. But so, like I said, we're going to have to ask me again when this is over. I don't recall this show that well.
I think I mentioned this last time, but I got the commercial VHS for this for Christmas that year because for some reason it was like in Walmarts and things. And that was rare. You didn't see the Turner tapes out in Walmarts and retail stores, but this one was. And so my mom like, well, it's wrestling. He'll like it, and grabbed it up. And I kept trying it because I could tell by the way it was wrapped. I was like, all right, well, this is a wrestling tape. So I'm grilling her trying to guess what it is. And she's like, no. She's like, it's got that, the guy with the robe on it. Like, so I'm thinking WWF, like Greg the Hammer Valentine's on the cover of the tape. She's like, maybe. She's like, yeah, that sounds right. He's got blonde hair and a robe. I'm like, what WWF VHS tape has Greg Valentine?
Best of the Dream Team.
Yeah, this must be them Bargain Bin Collector Series tapes or some shit, So I was completely baffled. Then when I tore it open on Christmas morning, I was like, where did you get this? And she's like, Walmart in Tupelo. Like, okay, all right, I hear you. But yeah, I honestly, I'll take 14 4-minute matches
I'm with
over these 6 20-minute snooze fest that we got in the last couple of shows we watched. But the bizarre thing to me, though, is officially, as far as what we're seeing on this show, there's 9 matches. Flair and Steamboat's number 7. We have 2 tag team title matches after the heavyweight title match, and lucky us, both tag team title matches involve members of the Varsity Club. So I'm not thinking this show is going to go up on anybody's list. Wherever it's ranked right now, it's going to stay there or go down, I'm afraid.
That's the thing. You notice when people do discuss their fondness for '89, like, it's always the 3 Flair Steamboat matches and then the rest of the year.
Yeah. And that's fair. I mean, for me, I'm like I said, we talked about this, and I've been expecting to get like some ugly messages in my DMs from this, but that 2 out of 3 fall match we saw Flair and Steamboat in. I mean, they were great matches, but they weren't the kind of thing I was into in '89. And even when I watch them now, I'm like, all right, that's good, but I don't know, it don't fire me up or anything. But for me, my fondness of '89 is going to start a little bit later in this show when Terry Funk does what he does to Ric Flair on this table. that is when you lit the fuse for me for '89, and this thing really, really fires up because, man, you get, I mean, even on the TV shows, even the little power hours and shit, Funk would have an interview segment on there, or he'd wrestle Eddie Guerrero early in his career, some weirdness that you wouldn't expect. And it just gets to be a lot of fun and really unpredictable.
You got Muta using cattle mutilation 25 years before Danielson pulled that shit out. And
exactly.
Funk's Grill.
Funk's Grill, that's the name of it. Yeah. I've got a few of those that I want to put up on the Facebook page here once. I wanted to wait till Funk gets involved and before he goes ahead and challenges Ric Flair. I didn't notice that for a long time, but once I did notice that, I was like, God, he does that a lot. All right, I'll just go ahead. And he always has that go ahead in there. But let's get this thing going here. We can fire up the old video. So, Sting, Iron Sheik, the Oak Ridge Boys.
Who are they wrestling? They're wrestling the Road Warriors?
I hope they're in a War Games we didn't know about. Mike P.S. Hayes.
Mike.
Just leave the P.S. out and put
that's Michael. A completely Mike P.S. Hayes is a totally different gimmick than Michael P.S. Hayes.
Exactly. He should turn up on OWF at some point.
Right.
Look at that. A banjo with spikes around it and a chain for the... That's hardcore, brother.
That would have been a completely different gimmick for Jeff Jarrett right there.
Yes, it would have. Old Double J.
Man, I can't wait to see the... Actually, I would prefer to see the Oak Ridge Boys wrestle the Road Warriors than the fucking Varsity Club. So,
well, that guy look, since there's the right amount of people, it would be the Oak Ridge Boys versus the Varsity Club, probably.
That guy with a long beard would whip Rotunda's ass.
He'd hit him with that Bapa Mau Mau. It'd be all over.
It would be hi-ho silver away for them.
Exactly. All right. Well, we're coming in strong. I'm proud of those two lines right there.
Between that and JR's cummerbund, this show's off to a hot start.
Yep. Oh, and here they are.
You should
stand up and put your hand over your heart, Bob.
Yes. Because when I think of the Oak Ridge Boys, I immediately think of the fucking sailors and the Marines and shit.
Yeah. Apparently, I don't think it makes it onto any of these versions because they would probably have to pay like music rights or something. But for what I read in the studying I did on this, they did like what they called 8-song mini concert in the middle of this. I think it was probably after the Flair Steamboat match. But can you imagine to go to Wrestle? I mean, all right, you're in Nashville. There's probably some Oak Ridge Boys fans there somewhere, but just your average wrestling fan, you're coming to see wrestling, you got to sit through 8 Oak Ridge Boys songs right in the middle of the show. I mean,
to be fair, most people probably left after Flair Steamboat anyway.
That's true.
Like, unless you were like,
wait a minute, we get to sit through the Oak Ridge Boys and 2 Varsity Club matches? Yeah, I think we got our money's worth. Right.
I mean, some people might have stayed to see the Road Warriors, but were people, and God love Eddie Gilbert, were people really staying to see Eddie Gilbert and Rick, is it Steiner? Is that who his partner is?
Yeah, him and Rick Steiner are the first family, along with
against
Missy.
Danny Spivey and Kevin Sullivan. Botna.
Crazy how many first families we've had in wrestling over the years. Jimmy Hart had at least 10 of them in Memphis, and now we got them in.
Wasn't Rip Morgan in one?
He was. If you take a list of all the ones of Jimmy Hart's first family, my God, you could have a Royal Rumble of first family members if you were inclined. By God, by God. Oh, okay, we haven't got there yet. This is still pretty sedated Jim Ross.
Yeah, his whole face still works. Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
But he will tell you all about it.
Speaking of you getting hateful DMs.
I'm expecting us to get, it's almost like we're going to have to crank it up until we can get one. So we can say, all right.
We got to piss somebody off here.
Real people are listening. These aren't just fake numbers I'm getting sent. All right. Get to the action here, Jim Ross.
Right.
Bob Caudle got tired. He had to go sit down.
For the people that can't hear what he's saying Haas, football, slobber knocker. Oh, dear God. All right, JYD bump count, call it.
JYD's not actually going to be in this match.
Oh, okay, never mind.
So there's a couple different versions. Like, when I was reading, like, in the newsletters, studying up on this show, they say that JYD...
Wait, stop. Why is Bob Orton wearing a bodacious t-shirt?
I've always wondered that.
Uh,
It looked like a big penis on it as well, but
well, he is a big penis. All right, anyway, well, not his son's a bigger penis, but okay, back to your story. I
there's Mike
apologize.
P.S. Hayes again.
Oh yeah, good old Mike.
Anyway, they said that JYD, I guess Meltzer was reporting that JYD had missed several bookings and then, quote, showed up in no condition to compete. Now, when I talked to Doug about this on the Dangerous Conversation show, he said that JYD wasn't there because, like, his mom died. So I don't know which one's more accurate. I guess it makes a better story for Meltzer to say he showed up in no condition to compete. But.
I mean, judging the last few JYD matches we've watched, he could be perfectly sober and be in no condition to compete. So,
Yeah, well, that's true. He was barely in condition to compete. So there's our buddy Doug Gilbert going to be stepping in here against Muta. And even 89 green as grass Doug Gilbert is still a way better choice than Junkyard Dog against Muta. Like, I mean, this was like a blessing for Muta. Can you imagine being Muta in his style and have to try to work that against Junkyard Dog?
right? You just have to stiff the shit out of him until he fell down.
I mean, he would just have to do spin kicks and he'd throw him in the corner and do the backflip elbow, and then JYD would just stand there and then tip over like a tree falling in the woods.
JYD would just have to stagger over and fall down once. Well, he wasn't going to take the moonsault. Who am I kidding?
Yeah, I don't know how you'd get him down for the moonsault in the right position. The Pearl of the Orient.
Muta has my all-time favorite offensively ethnic music. Much better than the Orient Express theme.
Yeah. I was absolutely shocked that they dug this music out for the WWE video game when they added Muta, because I thought he would get the generic Orient Express music.
Oh, they already gave that to Bull Nakano, so they had to find something different for him.
Yeah. They're like, hey, this is still fair use. Let's just go ahead and take that.
Here it comes.
All right. We're going to get green. Now, don't do him like you did Steve Casey and just spit in his face before the match even starts. Give him a little bit of a chance at least. All right. He's
because even 89 green as grass, Doug Gilbert is still better than Steve Casey.
Yeah.
All right, Doug's taking 2 of those now. Referee's in the way. Oh, that's because it's the NWO referee, Gene. That's the problem.
Oh, shit. Yeah, that's...
And Muta is part of the NWO. Doug is in trouble already. This is an NWO screw job.
So I don't know exactly when they decided that Junkyard Dog either A, wasn't going to be there, or B, was there and in no condition to compete. But at the time, Doug lived like a hour and a half from Nashville, so I guess he got the call, like, grab your gear and come on.
Nice.
You're wrestling Muta.
Well, I figure with Eddie on the show, that would be helpful.
Yeah, they're able to tie that in at the end here to kind of play into that storyline, because at this point, Eddie's wrestling Muta on most of the house shows. And before long, they'll go from wrestling regular matches to Dragon Shy matches, whatever the fuck those are. To this day, nobody really knows what the hell that was all about. But
that's because they're so mysterious, Gene.
If Gary Hart told you, he'd have to kill you.
Exactly. And he took it to his grave, so I love this fucking elbow.
Nobody else can... I've seen people try to do the Muta elbow, but nobody else can pull it off.
And nobody does that quite as well as he did either.
Nope.
Have you seen there's a girl now that's wrestling in Japan as Muta's daughter?
No.
Yeah, I've only seen one match, and she's still really green. But I guess she has his permission, and like she does the full paint gimmick and does the mist. And
wow.
Yeah, I saw her. Like I said, she worked one show in the States, and somebody streamed it on YouTube. And like I said, she's very green, but she definitely has the talent. And like I said, with his permission to do the gimmick, hopefully, excuse me. Oh, beautiful.
Well, it was always Muta's deal. It come and go. Some places they played it up, and other times they didn't. That Muta was Kabuki's son.
Yeah, that's I think that's why he did it, to carry on that kind of that tradition. Like that she's his daughter. She's, kayfabe, totally not his daughter, but
yeah.
But so I thought that was kind of neat.
But he came into like Florida, and I think did he wrestle some in Texas as Super Black Ninja? I know he did in Florida.
Yes.
Pretty much just like this without the paint, and then it was, I guess, when he came to WCW is when he became Muta, the son of Kabuki. See, there's Eddie.
It always amazes me how sneaky he is with the mist too. Like, you never see him get handed that shit.
Yeah.
Very rarely, at least. Because I actually, when I was ring announcing, there was a guy doing a similar kind of gimmick, and I had to hand him the mist once, and I was like petrified that somebody was going to see me do that shit. And so it makes me really appreciative of how sneaky he was with it. Kabuki too, but
yeah.
I mean, and Gary Hart, you have to give him credit because I'm sure he's the one that had it, him or the referee. So
he's like, I got green in the left pocket, red in the right pocket, and if things get really hairy, I got black in the top inner pocket of my coat.
Because I had the green, and like when he got tossed out of the ring, like he came up, started threatening me, and I passed it to him, and so like I was like, all right, that's cool as shit, but like.
Are you threatening me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh. Those replays do not do that move any favors. I mean, it's awesome, but it shows how good he was at not landing on the guys, because you can tell if you're looking, you tell every bit of the impact goes on his legs and not the other guy.
Yeah, it's no wonder he's fucking crippled.
Oh, yeah. Because, man, see how fucking far he went across on that one and still cleared him. Lance Russell.
Oh, look at that. All right. Kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing. Diamonds are forever. Woo. Style and profiling. I forgot that one.
We're going to be at the Marriott tonight.
Oh, yeah. Horseman. Training bra for... Oh, this is not about Ricky Morton, so...
We'll be checking IDs. Wink, wink.
Yeah. Sure we will.
Wow.
I was reading a story about him this morning on Twitter. Apparently somebody paid him $600 to do one of those cameo things for their dad, and he got the name wrong, and he literally just read like the cameo said, "Please do this for my dad," blah blah blah, and he just read what it said.
I saw that.
Jesus Christ. What a fucking disgrace.
Like Anchorman, like he's just reading it verbatim. The one I saw said that, I guess it's his dad's nickname. Surely his dad's legal name isn't Buff, or he's not Mark Bagwell's son, but he said he wanted him to call him Buff, and Flair called him Barf.
Yeah,
that's the one. I can't even give it to him at all now, because I can't have his favorite wrestler all the time calling him Barf as he's shit-faced. I was like, when are people going to learn, man? Just let him drink himself to death and move on.
All right, we got us another Butch Reed match. Hopefully it'll be better than the Steve Casey match.
Well, he's got his snazzy vest on tonight, so that's...
He does. Butch is look. That's the thing, Butch... is he going to take one of those guns and rob a house? Oh, I shouldn't have said that either. Anyway, yeah, no, that thing, Butch looked fantastic. Like, he never didn't look fantastic. Like,
no, at no point was it ever like, boy, Butch just let himself go. He looks like hell. Like, he stayed in prime condition, and like I said, there
were a few cocaine years there, but
yeah,
I just think
he kept
at some
it together.
point he didn't care.
Yeah.
Ranger
Ross.
Thinking maybe he knew he wasn't going to get a push, so he half-assed it. So. Ranger Ross. What do you have to say about Ranger Ross, Gene?
Well, he started out in Jody Hamilton's Deep South Wrestling. And I saw him a little bit in Continental before this. And he was perfect for a small time indie promotion like that, to come out with his American flag and pump everybody up. And when most of the roster is a bunch of fat old guys, he looked impressive. But when you throw him out here on WCW against a guy the size of Butch Reed, he don't seem so impressive anymore.
If he'd come along like 7 years later, he'd have been perfect teaming with like Cobra and
yeah, he
those
could have been in
guys.
the middle of that.
Yeah,
He could have been in the middle of that whole thing if he hadn't have been
yeah.
convicted felon at that point. I don't know that WCW had a policy against hiring convicted felons, but I think he was actually in prison during the prime of blood runs cold and all that nonsense.
Trying to think, who was the other guy that Cobra feuded with? Was it Craig Pittman?
Yeah, Craig Pitbull Pittman.
That guy.
His finishing move was an armbar he called the Code Red.
Oh, I didn't remember that.
Oh, yeah. Ah, that old favorite. Boom. These fans were blown away by that maneuver right there. Like, what the fuck? Let's do something this toothpick.
Who in the hell is that referee?
That's a good question.
All right. Not just me then.
Here. No. He kind of looks like Crybaby Buxton from Global, but I don't think it is. Percy Pringle Jr., perhaps. I don't know. PP4.
And Butch takes his head off the clothesline. Speaking of Global, did you know Butch went to Global in like 94 briefly before they shut down?
Yes, I've come across at least one match from there. He come in, so like around that same time, like 90, well, I guess it was probably 92-ish actually. He comes to Memphis and wins the Unified World title from Junkyard Dog and then disappears. And they have to get the belt off of him in a phantom switch in some little town that didn't exist. But he sent in several promos. He just only showed up once to win the belt, and that was that.
I mean, we could probably count the number of people on one hand that haven't held the USWA title. So,
well, it's the notoriety comes in how many times. You know, when you're Lawler, right. You've held it 47 times. Sid held it at least 27, I'm sure.
How many times did Tagar, Lord of the Volcano, hold it?
Unfortunately, he never got his hands on it, and he is. We have reached the point in the USWA podcast where next week's episode that we're going to record this coming Sunday will be the arrival of Tagar, Lord of the Volcano.
Oh, shit.
Promo.
That is fantastic. Well, make sure you plug OWF where you can see El Hijo del Tagar, Lord of the Volcano. Holy shit, did you see that chick's hair?
Yes.
It's like a foot tall. She looked like Kelly Bundy on crack.
Yeah, there was no excuse for that in 89. We were already moving away from that.
Right? That chick crawled out of a Whitesnake video to attend this show.
That's an 86 hairdo. But, yeah, Eric Embry had been booking USWA up till now, and the most recent Monday night show was like 400 people. And so I guess they snatched the book away from him because you can immediately tell Lawler takes back over because Tagar, Lord of the Volcano, shows up, and then Tex Slazenger, who was there as Tex Salinger, suddenly dons the mask of Leatherface and runs around the studio with a chainsaw. So, yep, Lawler's looking.
He got a pass, player.
He's showing off his visitor pass.
Is that
probably literally made him have that to get in the building?
I thought that was like a go one-on-one with the Undertaker playing card or something.
Wait, where me Mark? He's not here yet. He's in Memphis as the Master of Pain. What a name. Thank God he didn't hang on to that name.
Look at all that leverage he's getting, Gene. Jesus.
Yes.
He's killing him.
You think Teddy Long would have had a problem introducing him as the Master of Pain if he managed him once he got to? I ain't calling nobody master.
Oh, my master of pain!
He's not an associate of pain. He is a master. Tell you what, this match is feeling a lot longer than what it actually is.
He went an extra 2 years of college.
That's right. You're going to call him. He earned that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. two nice moves and he follows it up with that. Dipshit.
Oh, he went to the Stanley School of Karate. I see.
Oh, there's the drop kick that we were expecting back when he first did the evasive leapfrog. Instead, we got a... Oh, my God, that was kind of a dive. Not really.
I mean, he dove. He just didn't connect with anyone.
Well, hop out there and punch you. By God! By God!
It was like a suicide punch.
It would have been great if his feet would have, if he just ate shit when he landed out there. And Butch is standing looking like, what the hell was that?
With God as my witness, he's broken in half.
He's broken himself in half. Uh-oh. Oh, boy. If he hits this, Bob, it's over because Ranger Ross cannot withstand 260 pounds of hacksaw Butch Reed coming at him like it. Boom. Oh, turned him a flip. Nice. Well done.
Remember when Junkyard Dog cut that flip on the last show?
I was dumbfounded. I'm thinking that's why he's not here for WrestleWar, honestly.
he's still fucking hurt and blown up
the
from
same.
the last show.
He broke my neck. Dog, you don't have a neck. You have it in several years now. Wow, that's the longest 6 minutes and 59 seconds of the night so far. Blue Street's like, hurry up, dude. I can't stand up here forever.
I mean, at least Butch won. He learned that playing football.
He used to go up in the bleachers and would come off with a shoulder tackle.
That's not legal in football, but it is in wrestling.
There's a good shot of this guy in the front row standing up.
I'm afraid he's going to
bust. $1. Go get some popcorn.
I'm afraid that guy's going to bust through the guardrail and be like, oh, yeah. So was Lance Russell working there at the time, or was he just there because they're okay?
Yeah, sure. He got hired when Shivani went to WWF. They hired Lance away from Memphis, and he was there about 2.5 years. But he was relegated mostly to like.
Oh, there's Lex doing his L point.
There it is.
Folks, you'll have to forgive me for all the coughing and clearing of the throat. I had some issues, so.
It's that time of year.
Exactly. Yeah, I hadn't noticed that for somehow, like, until like 2 years ago. Then I started noticing that Lex does that in every fucking promo he does.
On Shivani's watch-along show that he does with Comrade Thompson, when they would show Luger, he'd say, watch this. He takes his index finger and his thumb, and he'll go across, and he'll draw a line, and then he'll draw a line. And then once he pointed it out, oh, my God, I can't unsee it, and it's almost every promo he's ever done.
It really, yeah, I noticed it a couple of years ago, and I was like, wow. Oh, what an outfit.
Redneck, boy.
Oh, we're getting
dressed to be Captain Redneck.
We're getting the rematch from the last show that got cut out of the Clash that we didn't get to see, the 30-second match.
Yeah. We're going to get to see the good one.
I liked Dick Murdoch. Like, I actually have a compilation of Dick Murdoch. I don't like Bob Orton.
Well, I had heard you were a big fan of Dick, but Bob Orton, I remember how you hated on him so bad during the Fury cast. Let's hope if he does a superplex on Dick Murdoch here that it goes better than some of the ones we saw him execute on UWF.
God, those were rough.
All right, Daddy, let's go. Come on, Daddy.
Oh, is this a cowbell match or some shit?
Hell yeah, this is a Texas bull rope match.
Oh, boy. Because this feud deserves that.
Texas bull rope match that, spoiler alert, goes less than 5 minutes. So you got that to look forward to anyway. I absolutely hate, whether it's a bull rope match or Russian chain match or strap match or you name it, I fucking hate the you gotta tag the corners fucking aspect of these matches.
Yeah, it's stupid. Like, if they wanted to make it like you have to make your opponent say I quit or submit or knock him out or down for a 10 count, yeah, but that touch all four corners thing is stupid as shit.
And it never, like, the way they explain it is like the opponent has to be incapacitated to the point that you can go and consecutively hit four corners. But then they always end up doing some convoluted finish, like where the two guys each touch three of the corners, and then something fucky happens on the fourth one, and the heel wins. I know they did that with like Sting and Nikita, the chain match, and I think they did some stupid shit like that when he wrestled Vader in the strap match. I don't know, but
you mean the White Castle of Fear?
Yes, the White Castle of Fear. One of my favorite things that anybody ever did is in the year-end edition of Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Well, they would put them in there throughout the year, but in the year-end edition, they'd have like the best ones from the year. These little illustrations, like these comics.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And there was one that said Vader's White Castle of Fear, and he's got Sting like tied to a chair. He's like, "Have another slider, Stinger," and he's shoving a little White Castle burger in his mouth. There's a big stack of them there. I was like, yes. I was like, finally, somebody else who gets that, because every time they would promote that match, the White Castle of Fear, I just pictured them fighting in a White Castle, and I didn't know if it'd be whoever got forced to eat the most or whoever was able to eat the most, but.
I mean, them brawling through a White Castle probably would have been cooler than that strap match. So, but then we wouldn't have gotten a little Cheatham the Evil Midget promos. So,
yeah, when that became a regular in those stupid videos, and blowing up boats and
Sid wearing flip flops.
Oh my God, Sid and Vader on the beach wearing flip flops is the greatest thing. That's another one of those things where, like, some of these young people, where some old fuck like me tells them wrestling was more serious back in my day. They can show, like, here's a picture of Sid walking down the beach in flip flops as part of a wrestling angle.
Yeah, flip flops in his trunks.
And
maybe knee pads. I don't remember.
Vader had his whole single knee pads and the whole bit, and didn't he have flip flops on too?
No, I think it was just Sid wearing the flip flops.
Was he wearing boots? Okay.
Yeah, I think Vader had his boots on.
I don't blame Sid. I wouldn't wear my wrestling boots out in the sand, but
I can't believe Dick Murdoch's not bleeding yet.
I think this is when there's that decree of there can be no blood.
Oh, okay. That's unfortunate.
Because, Dusty got fired over
instances
of blood on television. And then allegedly, years later, they fired everybody in the King of the Road match at Uncensored 95. Darso, Dustin, and I think Mike Graham was the, the agent. But what's so funny is, like, that match was pre-recorded.
Right.
And you edited out all the blood, so who gives a shit?
And it was stupid.
It was terrible. So, like, I'm there live for that show.
Oh, that sucks.
And I probably shouldn't tell this now because, we've agreed we may go on that far at least. But so we're in Tupelo, Mississippi, live on the pay-per-view, and they're acting like this is going on a highway outside of Tupelo. But, like, everybody who lives there, we're like, that's not Tupelo. And then you see the Georgia Highway Patrol driving beside the truck. And it's dark in Tupelo already, and it's not even dusk in the video they're showing. And so that took everybody out of it immediately. And then when the match was so fucking terrible, it was like, God damn, why didn't y'all just not air that or reshoot it or something? Like, right. Which I was fine with the Blacktop Bully getting fired, but Dustin was somewhat of a loss. But then we wouldn't have got Gold Dust. So
then you might have forgotten the name.
Yeah, now I can't. Whoa. Wow, that's a high
Well,
spot.
I love he had to hit his feet first before he could take the flip bump.
Oh, look at this. Hog tied him. Drop the
So he could
elbow.
drop the elbow.
Thank God this is a pinfall one. Good job. That was a pretty good finish, actually. I mean, he sucked the way, like you said, he jumped off the ropes, landed his feet, and then turned to flip. But, oh, Gary Hart, don't you go fucking around with Dick Murdoch like this.
What is happening?
I don't know. He looks like he's helping a drunk Murdoch out of a bar, which probably happened more than once. But
It's like,
look at him, he barely sells it.
I was like, does he have the claw on him?
Oh, does this mean there's going to be more of these matches since we're getting heat on him after the match?
Well, I sure hope so.
Maybe we'll have a scaffold match in the next event we're covering.
Now, if we're going to put somebody on a scaffold, it should be PN News.
Stick around. Gonna challenge you to a barbed wire match, Daddy. Oh, no, a hanging. That's what you need.
I'm sure Murdoch's been to one.
Not on that end. Yeah, I'm sure he's hosted a few of them. Speaking of why Junkyard Dog wasn't here. Oh, Percy Pringle, the fourth, just got kicked in the face down there. Get the camera off this shit. Y'all had it. Now you're losing it.
I wonder if that referee's like Charles Robinson's like stepfather or something.
Could be.
Man, they're sure spending a lot of time on an angle that no one gives a shit about.
And as far as I know, doesn't go anywhere. But the hell, the afterbirth went as long as the match, just about.
Are you talking about Randy? You said afterbirth. So.
Yeah, I got you. I hope Dick got his boot back. He didn't have to go home with one boot.
His wife would be pissed.
What woman's house did you leave that at?
Who are we kidding? He didn't go home. He'd have to go to the bar with one boot. All right. Well,
God damn.
We're like 1 for 3 now. I guess I'll give Butch and Ranger Ross a thumbs up. But was there a match before them? I don't remember.
Muta and Doug Gilbert.
Oh yeah, it wasn't bad. Oh, hey, it's Mike.
So Mike PSA's right there.
Oh, hey, now he's Michael. Okay. Now I know who he is.
Doot, Free Bird Mountain. Take a walk down Bad Street. Blah, blah, blah.
The further down the block you went to Bad Cop, baby.
I was in a money drawing angle with Junkyard Dog in New Orleans. We sold out the Superdome. We wrestled the Von Erichs 57 weeks in a row at the Sportatorium and sold it out every time.
That was 7 years ago and nobody gave a damn since, baby.
Last show, I barely beat the Russian assassin. And the first match took me 30 minutes to do it. But tonight, I'm going to take that U.S. title from Lex Luger. Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, my name.
Hey, you timed that pretty well.
That was pure luck there. Dumb luck, whatever you want to call it.
And the fact is, I'd rather watch the SST than virtually anyone he's managed in the WWE. So,
well, wait till you see who they're wrestling. Well, we see Paulie got laid before he come out there. Tommy Young's in this one, so ain't
But
gonna be no
don't.
bullshit. Oh yeah.
Oh boy. Well,
for it now, Samoans.
That's unfortunate. And don't get me wrong, Shane Douglas is easily in my top 10 favorite wrestlers of all time, but this is unfortunate.
Cut the fucking Fat Boys music.
Love me some Shane, but yeah, this gimmick.
You don't like Johnny?
No, Johnny Ace is a fucking idiot. And like Cornette said, like, if you're going to get two guys and have them carry fucking skateboards to the ring, as soon as they're carrying them and not riding them, the fans are going to know that they don't know how to ride them.
I saw a match recently where Shane rode his like 2 feet down the ramp, and of course Johnny could barely hang on to his, much less ride the goddamn thing.
Johnny strikes me as someone that can't walk and chew gum at the same time. So
look at the fucking mullet he's got going on there. Good Lord. I mean, Douglas has got one too, but Johnny's is out of control. I mean, he looks like one of the Cole twins that would show up here in a couple of years.
Johnny could grow a mullet and he could fuck Giant Baba's wife, but that's really all he had going for him.
Well, and then he started tag teaming bitches with Vince McMahon years later, but that's...
Well, yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh, boss, maybe you shouldn't take a dump on her head. Don't tell me what to do, pal.
That's some good shit.
Get it? Good shit. God damn it. His brother Mark, you know, the Terminator, had the matching mullet to that.
Oh, yeah, he did.
Never managed to break out of Florida, really.
He makes a few WCW appearances, doesn't he?
Nothing to speak of. I mean, he's in some TV squash matches and such, but thank God they didn't put him with Johnny as the Dynamic Dudes instead of Shane.
I mean, it would have been better for Shane, probably.
It would have been better for Shane, but good Lord. I mean, I don't think they could have called him the Dynamic Dudes. They'd have been like the Mighty Mullets or some shit.
Did he just chest rake him, or did he stomp his foot?
Stomped his foot, I think.
All
right, Shane, come on in there.
Remember Douglas's really weird, brief, like 1990 WWF run, where
Yes.
he's in, or 91 maybe, where he's like in the Rumble and does like nothing else.
I was watching some old Coliseum videotape where they were showing like clips of wrestlers, and it's like, and hot babyface newcomer Shane Douglas, and it's like, yeah, he was probably gone by the time this tape came out.
It was a weird run.
Well, it was better than Dean Douglas.
Well, yeah, there's that. Definition.
I feel like
Holy fuck.
Lord, what the hell? I feel like every night when Johnny and Shane got back to the locker room and packing up their skateboards, Johnny probably looked at Shane and went, well, at least we're not the ding-dongs.
Yeah, there's that.
Whoa. All right. That was about as good as it gets for Johnny Ace there. High-flying maneuver. And right back in.
I mean, he hasn't hit the Ace Crusher yet.
I mean, I heard Jim Ross say that he helped put this team and the name together, and that the intent was a modern Rock and Roll Express. I think they missed the mark. God damn, that was nice.
Yes, it was. Because, you know, there was something wrong with the Rock and Roll Express in 1989.
Yeah. Their prime was only 2 years prior.
Right.
And they're still wrestling on indie shows to this day.
Well, so is Shane, unfortunately.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true too. Bless his heart. Johnny's not.
Yeah.
And I don't know what Samu's up to these days, but Fatu is constantly running his mouth in public, fucking things up for his sons, I feel like.
I don't know what Samu's up to. I saw him on an indie show like 10 years ago, maybe. No, hell, longer than that.
I've seen him listed on some conventions and stuff. I don't
Yeah,
think he still gets in the ring. I hope not, but
probably more like 20 years ago at this point.
yeah, that sounds right.
I'm just waiting for the Samoan Savage to show up.
Yeah. He should show up on one of these clashes pretty soon.
Because your sister drinks milk in many men's huts.
What a line.
Spectacular.
I'm pretty sure this match was cut off the videotape. I don't remember watching this match on the video that I got.
Well, now you're getting all that you missed.
Yeah, boy.
Like I said, I am an SST fan, but I much prefer watching them just squash jobbers.
Yeah.
Because they beat the hell out of jobbers.
I've come to appreciate them. I didn't back then. I'd fucking go to the bathroom or give it something to drink or something and when the fucking Halloween music started playing and they was coming down the aisle, like, oh shit, I get up and go do something. But I always thought that was weird. Like, why in the fuck did they give them the damn Michael Myers Halloween thing?
Yeah, that was a little weird. And then Shane was like my favorite guy in ECW. And then getting to work with him some on the indie circuit, when I was doing my ring announcing thing, and just getting to bullshit with him and get to know him a little bit. Tremendous guy. I know a lot of people don't care for him or think he's a piece of shit or whatever, but I found him to be a great dude.
He was, of course, I mean, I'm there with Doug and Tommy, so I'm not like he's going to be a shithead or anything, but like, it was really cool. Like, after their tag team match they had at the ECW arena back in April, Doug and Tommy against Shane and Pitbull, Gary Wolf, because that was Shane's mystery partner, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, the guy broke his neck." But I got to sit back in the locker room with Shane, Pitbull, Tommy. Doug was roaming around somewhere, and Shane was like, Todd Gordon was sitting there with us too, and Shane was telling the story of the night that he grabbed Pitbull by that halo,
Oh shit, yeah.
Yanked him around, and he said that was the single scariest moment in his career. He said because that's the one time that like the ECW arena got that silent, like white heat, as he calls it. Like
right.
This motherfucker has gone too far. And Shane's like, of all the things that had happened in that building and would happen in that building, and those bloodthirsty motherfuckers that wanted to see people thrown out of the balcony, he said doing that, because he says everybody knew he was really injured. Everybody knew that those screws were really in his head. He said that was the line, and I'm the motherfucker that had to cross it. He's like, me and Francine didn't think we were going to get back to the fucking dressing room, dude. It was wild. And I don't know. I was sitting there just looking around. I'm like, God damn, this is crazy. I'm sitting in the damn dressing room of the ECW arena with these guys listening to Shane next to the guy he did this to tell this fucking story. Like, this is so damn cool.
That's awesome. Yeah, I've told this before, you can stop me, but we had a show and like it kept getting postponed because there was like accidents and shit. And no one ended up showing up, but I got to just sit with Shane and talk for several hours. And then Ricky Morton came over and started telling rat stories that had even Shane going, Jesus fucking Christ, Ricky. But I won't get into those. But yeah, just to sit there and talk to him and just listen to him. And I mean, we were just talking, he was talking about his kids and just talking about life. And but like my favorite thing, I asked him about, I don't know if you remember the WrestlePalooza where he wrestled Al Snow, and he went into it with just a laundry list of injuries. And he was telling me about, he had fractured his palate, the top of his mouth.
Damn.
And he was telling me that, he said, he's like, of all the injuries I had, he's like, that is honestly the worst. He's like, A, it was terribly painful. B, there's not a goddamn thing they can do for it. You can't put a cast on it or anything. Right. And he said, I begged Paul Heyman to let me drop the belt to Al Snow that night, and he wouldn't do it. He's like, because I was hurt so fucking bad. And he said, I almost didn't make the title defense because he said, I got on a plane, and when the plane goes up and the pressure changes, he said, with my mouth being that fucked up, he said, I blacked out. He said, I woke up like in the fucking aisle of the plane. He said they were trying to like land the fucking plane like at the next available airport to like take me to the goddamn emergency room. And like he just was telling me like like how bad this shit fucked him up and like how bad his elbow was and all this shit. And he's like, and I begged Paul like to take the belt off me. He's like, and I did that match. And if you'll notice, he's like, I only do interviews for like the next month and a half.
Yeah.
I was like, gee, and like, but like, I can't do the story justice. You have to hear him tell the whole story of how fucked up he was and how bad it was, and like the plane ride and like everything else he was going through because of that fracture. It was crazy,
and that's not something you even think about. Like, you don't even hear people be getting that broken. Like,
right.
But I can imagine how painful it would have to be. And yeah, that pressure, like that's a big thing. Like you don't really think about, but I know, like, just that one trip I was just talking about, it's the only time I've ever flown. And yeah, every thing on me, like my knees and shoulders and shit that give me so much problems, like it hurt like hell during that ascension. Which, that's what killed Candido, that he flew right after that surgery and it caused the blood clot to travel. And,
right. Damn, Shane had a pretty drop kick back then.
He did. Damn.
That was a little stiff.
But all the years of watching White Meat Babyface Shane as a dynamic dude and Steamboat's partner and seeing him in Continental, like you never would have thought he had it in him to be that franchise character that. And
right.
Now, after seeing that for years, it's hard to imagine him any other way. But at the time, it was so far removed from what you were used to.
Well, I remember when I first started reading about it in PWI, like, because you were talking, like, back then those magazines were the only, like in 94 when you first started doing it, like, I didn't get ECW. And so reading about, like, Shane Douglas, blah, blah, I'm like, is this the same fucking guy? Like,
yeah. Well,
and then when I finally
off a win, 11 minutes, 2 seconds.
I'll be damned.
I would have lost that bet.
Yeah, no shit. But yeah, like when I finally started getting ECW, like he immediately became like my favorite guy there. Anyway.
Yeah, him and Raven were my two favorites.
Yeah, I love me some Raven. That was definitely a character that absolutely worked for that time period.
Have you seen that documentary yet?
No, I have not. I just heard about it this morning.
Yeah, I out of the blue for some reason, like I had got an email saying you have a what was it? It's like a $7 credit for Amazon Prime. You can watch a movie or blah blah blah. And I'm like, I don't know anything. And the very next day, my buddy Brian messaged me. He's like, hey, have you seen the Raven documentary? I was like, no, but I want to. He's like, it's on Amazon Prime. I'm like, how much is it? He's like, $5. I was like, I'm finna watch that shit for free.
Nice.
So clicked on there and sat and watched it. And I mean, it was cool. Like, I didn't really learn anything new because I'd followed his career pretty closely, but I definitely recommend it if you was any bit of a fan.
All right, I recognize Lou Thez and Terry Funk, of course. Who's the dude in the middle?
Is it Pat O'Connor?
Okay, maybe.
I don't know. We're going to have to turn the sound up here to find out, I guess.
If a man is offensive and really go ahead and leaves the parade, of course, he would have to get some points. But we'll watch it very carefully. It'll be takedowns and basic wrestling knowledge.
These are the judges for the world title
match. We'll see what happens. In the track record that these fellas have had in long matches, we may have to make a decision at the end. And so that's where we are. And it's going to be a little tough to do. But these two great athletes with the most important match probably of the century, it's going to be a pleasure to do it.
Good point, Lou. And Pat, I want to ask you, this is kind of a
O'Connor.
precedent-setting thing in modern professional wrestling. How do you see the role as judges at ringside in professional wrestling?
Well, it's a very important role.
I put money that Lou Thez could have still whipped both Steamboat and Flair's ass at this point.
As the wrestlers make them. Who's aggressive, who's on defense, who's a finely conditioned athlete, who's moving better, and who's able to get the near falls and escapes.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Terry, you tell he's lived in the South. He's got a weird mixture of Irish, Southern accent there.
How is it going to affect strategy when the wrestlers know, Flair and Steamboat know, that you three gentlemen are going to be out there to decide it, in the event that it should go to the time limit?
Well, I think it's going to make a definite difference right there, because it's going to make an offensive match out of it, because it's going to push each individual, knowing that we're watching them, to make them make their moves quicker and much crisper, faster. They're conscious of us. So therefore, the pace will be quicker, and whenever the pace is quicker, you sometimes make a mistake. So I don't think that Pat, Lou, and myself will be making a judgment decision on this particular match.
Well, they, as Lou pointed out, they have a history of going long matches, so we
I don't
very
care which
definitely
one of
can
them
see it.
egg-sucking
And, of course,
dogs
that's
wins.
Thank you very much, and I don't envy
Sons
your
of
job.
bitches.
We appreciate it. Lou Thez, Pat O'Connor, and Terry Funk here, former champion. Okay, let's go back right now to the ring.
I've always wondered where the phrase "egg-sucking dog" came from and became popular. I mean, I know he was known for saying it, but at one time, like a long, long time ago, I guess that was like a common put down. I've never seen a dog suck an egg, so I don't know.
You're just not hanging out in the right circles, Gene.
I guess that's why I'm a cat guy.
Is this Mike Hayes?
This is Mike P.S. Hayes, sir.
I know. I
hero
spent,
fucking Matsuda with him. God,
of course it is. I know. I spent most of one of the last ones shitting on modern wrestling, but that night on Raw that they introduced that jobber as Rutherford P.S. Hayes was one of the goddamn funniest things I've ever seen in wrestling. Like I that was probably 10, 15 years ago at this point, but I was watching that night and I about pissed myself laughing. Because the other jobber was named after a president too, and they were like, and his partner Rutherford P.S. Hayes. I was like, oh shit, they're ribbing Michael Hayes, and I about pissed myself. Like I said, I was dying. I read who it was. It was like a handicap squash match, but I don't even remember.
I think it was that when like
Ryback maybe,
or
Ryback or Strowman or somebody. But I was like, oh, that's fucking hilarious. And you know goddamn well that Michael Hayes was in the back seething. So.
Oh yeah. Hey, why didn't y'all tell me about that?
Just for that, I'm singing Bad Street at the next office party.
Oh my god. That Hall of Fame thing when him and
oh my god, where they fucking strutted around for like 15 goddamn minutes
trying to sing Bad Street. They was blown up before they even got started. God. Like, leave the singing to Road Dogg, guys. Well, Luger's got some fans in Nashville here. Of course, he's got 4 bodyguards.
Yeah, what the hell is with the jogging guys? What's he doing? Like
hard work,
fitness?
Bobby Walker?
Nah, he's a little busy in the back.
Oh, okay.
Damn, Lex about blew both his knees out leaping in the ring like that.
You kidding? Sid's ankle would have folded like a piece of pizza.
You don't give Sid the night off.
Oh. I mean,
God, I hope this doesn't go like 18 fucking minutes. I'm sure it does, but
I haven't watched much of the TV in between. My intentions had been to try to, because Michael Hayes was in the opening match as a babyface against Russian Assassin, and then at Clash, we didn't really turn the sound up to know what he was saying much. But now all of a sudden, he's a heel contender for the U.S. title with Hiro Matsuda as his manager. Like, how the hell did we get here this quickly?
I
think there. This is just me remembering back to '89 because I haven't watched any of the TV in between. But I want to say there was some kind of tag match with Luger and Hayes, and there was like a miscommunication. And I don't know if he turned on him during the tag match, or it was kind of like Warrior and Hogan type thing, you know, where they did a couple of different tag match things, and then Hayes turned. But god dang, this just feels so.
I'm going to see if I can find the absolute truth.
No, but he's doing that exaggerated strut big time. I mean, he sauntered all the way to the ring without taking one normal step.
You appear to be correct. According to Wikipedia, he turned on U.S. champ Lex Luger during a match with Hiro Matsuda's Yamazaki Corporation and joined them.
Okay.
I didn't realize that Hiro Matsuda's stable had a fucking name, but
I didn't either. Of course, how would you? Because he can't tell you.
Well, yeah,
he
that's
never
true.
cut a fucking promo, so you think one of the other guys would have made mention of it.
Is Yamazaki how you say used to be the horseman in Japanese?
I hope so.
Hayes borrowed them boots from Sting? Jesus.
Oh. Oh, he may borrow from Hulk Hogan, actually.
It looks like a Sting outfit. Holy shit. Did Michael Hayes just... Did you think he saw a snake or something jump up in the air? Maybe Mike Hayes does moves instead of Michael Hayes.
Yeah, Mike Hayes is the excellent singles wrestler who has all sorts of tricks and moves up his sleeve, while Michael Hayes is just...
is a lazy tag team guy that cuts interviews.
Yeah, his high spot's the moonwalk. And
all right, I think I'm liking Mike Hayes then. Well, he quit working this fucking headlock.
Yeah. See, Michael Hayes works an armbar. Mike Hayes, when he wants to slow it down, takes a headlock. Oh, goddamn, Lex. Jesus. That's all on Luger right there. That wasn't even Mike Hayes' fault. Debbie Gibson in the crowd.
I saw that.
Shouldn't she been a mall singing somewhere?
Right.
Or is that Tiffany? My bad. I'm getting my 80s pop stars crossed up. God, Luger fucked that up. Poor Michael.
That was amazing.
Somewhere in an indie show in Georgia, Brad Armstrong had a brief seizure.
Shit, that was so bad. Brian Adias was in Texas going, what the fuck?
Hiro Matsuda even went, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was so bad in English. Hiro Matsuda went, Jesus Christ.
Oh, what the fuck was that? All right, Jim Ross. I just heard him say Michael Hayes has always claimed to be the leader of the Freebirds. Like, let's not talk about the Freebirds when he's out here by himself. Let's not remind us that it should be Gordy and even Buddy out here.
This could be better.
Oh.
This is... Damn.
Backdrop.
Mike Hayes brought his working boots.
So he goes for his big pose there, and we cut to a shot of two guys in the front row taking a sip of their drink. Well, one guy was holding it like he'd just spiked it with something. The other guy was taking a big swig. Worst camera work in the business right here.
Jackie Crockett is terrible. And then he keeps cutting all them chicks with their fucking 7-foot tall hair.
Yeah, he clearly had a thing for chicks with big hair. And that one Lex Luger #1 sign that we've gotten 30 shots of before Lex Luger ever even got in the ring. We were seeing the Lex Luger #1 sign during the goddamn Butch Reed and Ranger Ross match.
I mean, that person clearly went out and bought cardboard and puff paint, so.
Get their credit.
And if you're listening to this and you remember puff paint, congratulations, you're fucking old like Gene and I.
Yes. That's why you're listening to this.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw out one of my wrestling bitches.
All right, Funk. I'm gonna go ahead and throw out.
I'm gonna go ahead. So we saw it in the Muta Doug Gilbert match. We're seeing it in this match. God damn it! If you're working against each other, wear different fucking colors.
Yes. Yes.
Like if I'm watching 1980 World Class and you're both wearing black trunks, okay, I get it. It was fucking 1980 and you were goddamn in Texas making fucking $6 a week. Okay, I get it. Yeah. But if you're in 1980, and I'll even give Doug Gilbert a fucking pass. He had an hour's notice. He probably just grabbed whatever singlet he had and didn't know what Muta was wearing.
Well,
but you're
to be
telling
fair,
me
that's all Doug had in '89. But
right. But you're telling me Luger didn't have 16 fucking pair of trunks in his goddamn bag at this point, and he couldn't have worn something else.
exactly. I get if Hayes brought that robe, then that's probably what he's going to have to go with on tights, so to match. But Luger had every color of the rainbow in trunks he could have thrown on.
Precisely.
But like, no, let's have two guys in blue tights in a blue ring with a blue canvas, with blue turnbuckles on two of the corners.
Yeah, that shit. I know that. It's bad enough I'm watching two half-naked guys like crawl all over each other. Now I'm comparing their clothing, but
it just looks like
it's something that's
they
always
just tagged and split up. Like, they were tagging tonight and then split up. And
that's even a scenario where I'll allow it. Like when Martel and fucking Santana were fighting each other right after Strikeforce. If they were both still wearing the Strikeforce gear, at least then I get it.
Yeah,
but like
it even adds to it a little bit.
Exactly, but like, goddamn, like if you're going out, especially on fucking pay-per-view, like don't wear the exact same goddamn colors.
I agree, and that's a little nitpicky shit that I notice and complain about as well.
Like,
I love that the crispest back, most crisp flat back bump you'll see Lex Luger take is when he threw himself backwards to avoid the DDT. Oh. Oh.
Seriously, I hope Mike Hayes continues to wrestle instead of Michael. He's taken like that huge backdrop and
yeah. There's some clues here that something's going on because Mike Hayes is really putting in some work tonight.
Wonder if he added cocaine to his Jack Daniels.
Who knows? Maybe he was hanging out with the Oak Ridge boys before the show. Hey, try this out, Mikey. We got this from Elvira.
Oh, shit. You're telling me he did the papa, Mau Mau right before this match?
That's right. With some extra Mau Mau. Well, those punches did absolutely nothing. There it is.
Can we get a replay of that fucking Russian leg sweep?
I wish.
No shit.
He about took Nick Patrick. Nick Patrick had to log roll his ass when he rolled under him. I cannot believe Hiro Matsuda's in Michael Hayes' corner. In the last one, like
he's part of the fabulous Freebirds.
Bash Street USA. All right.
I just don't understand why Hiro Matsuda has a fucking job.
I mean, Mr. Fuji could cut a promo.
Exactly.
And make it work. But, like, Matsuda adds nothing. He just stands out there.
And, like, the choppy or pee-pee guy was at least funny. Like,
yeah, at least he added some humor to the percentage.
And his wife was hot.
Yeah, that's for sure.
That's illegal, ref. There you go. Count that. Thank you.
But, I mean, Hiro Matsuda is almost like the heel Japanese version of babyface Miss Elizabeth, where they're standing at ringside. That's the only purpose. But even Savage as a heel could throw him in front of her to get heat. So even
shit! Look at that.
You think he knew that was going to happen?
Yeah, I'm going to assume since it was Luger, that was an accident.
He wasn't supposed to duck. Oh my god, Jesus! He's like, sorry, instinct kicked in. I seen you coming at me and got the hell out of there.
Sorry, Michael took over for Mike for a minute.
Michael. Oh, I bet he wishes those big ruse pads were on the ring post that night. Wouldn't hurt as much.
I forgot about ruse.
Ruse. Shoes for your feet, pockets for your stuff. Put your pills in there, man.
See, I'd forgotten about the WCW sponsors. I remembered the JVC, Kaboom Box, and Karate Fighters. But...
Well, you're going to remember the sponsors if we turn the sound up for a minute on Clash of the Champions, Guts and Glory, when it's June and they're in that 200-degree armory. They got those big Coors Light things on the turnbuckles, and Jim Ross numerous times I'm like, boy, Coors Light sure would go good right now, wouldn't it, Bob? Bob's like, I wouldn't even drink it. I'd drink a Coors Light right now. It's hot as balls in here. Trying to get to a vertical base here, Bob.
Of course.
Classic Jim Ross line.
This is like the irresistible force and the immovable object if they both sucked. Here comes the Enziguri. Oh, wait, no.
Oh.
I thought for sure that was what was going to happen.
Oh.
Oh, the Bulldog.
Wow. From out of nowhere. That was like an RKO.
Shades of Cowboy Scott Casey.
Yes. All right, man. All I got left is DDT. I've done everything else, including the Bulldog. Luger's like, go do your fucking moonwalk. I'm blown up.
Yeah, Luger's almost as blown up as Junkyard Dog is watching this.
Yeah, he was shot after he went over the top rope to the floor. There we go. He's back to his vertical base. Oh. Luger's like, you son of a bitch.
Wait, why is he stopping him? He wasn't going to dive on him. He's Michael Hayes. He was just going up there to pose. Jesus.
Oh.
Oh, maybe I might be wrong. Mike Hayes might have a lucha dive to the floor.
Yeah, Mike Hayes might at least come off with a Macho Man.
The axe handle.
Axe handle.
I keep forgetting who we're not dealing with Michael Hayes here.
No, this is.
Oh, here we go. Oh. Oh, his powerful left shoulder.
Yeah. His right shoulder ain't worth a fuck, but that left shoulder's hard to keep down.
He puts extra weight on that side of the bar just to help him kick out Gene.
He does. 10 extra shoulder shrugs on the left side. He's like, now I can finally pose. The chin lock. Bump and grind, if you will. No, we won't.
According to R. Kelly, there's nothing wrong with a little bump and grind, Bob.
I can do that. R. Kelly said so. Yeah, but you can't do everything he says, okay? Remember that. Although he probably has done everything he said.
He'll piss on you. Yeah, right.
I bet you
I would assume
love that song.
I would assume, I would assume the Freebirds have done things that would make R. Kelly blush.
That's a fair statement.
I know the Rock and Roll Express have done things that would make R. Kelly blush.
I was listening to an interview with Terry Sims, Terry Garvin.
Yeah.
And he said that he had to share a room with Buddy Roberts one night. It was like Buddy Roberts and the Beast, Mark Gouline, and somebody else. And they had decided, the other guys decided that Garvin was going to share a bed with Buddy, and Buddy was like, no, I ain't sharing a bed. And Garvin was like, well, then you can sleep on the floor because I'm sleeping in the bed. And he said Buddy Roberts jumped up on the bed and pissed all over the side, all over the bed. And then was like, you want to sleep in it now? And Garvin's like, fuck you. And he went to sleep on somebody else's floor. And he said that the Beast told him that Buddy went to the bathroom. He said, I don't know why he went to the bathroom. He'd already pissed. And he come out, got in the piss-covered bed, and went right to sleep.
Jesus.
Big hip toss.
Good Lord, Mike Hayes is a bumping machine.
Look at him. Did you see how high he got up on that bump?
Right. Well, I think that's the key word right there, Gene. High. Oh my God.
I don't know that Hayes ever wrestled like this again. If he did, I didn't see it.
Right. I don't remember the spoilers. I assume he must be winning the title to go out and bump like this.
Well, I won't spoil it for the people listening or watching this that don't know, but
That's my only guess. It's the only reason he's working this hard.
Okay, Hayes is like, really? 3 fucking times? Are you kidding me right now? He's like, Mike Hayes don't do this much. Damn it. But how will he win? Bob, you think he's going to pin Luger with a DDT with that neck and strong left shoulder he's got?
That doesn't seem
We're about to
likely.
find out.
Oh! I'm going to guess there are going to be some feet on the ropes or something.
I think you're actually going to be pretty happy with this finish. That's all I'm going to say.
Matsuda might hold his feet.
All right. It's sad when he almost beats you back to your feet after the DDT you gave him.
You say I'm going to be happy with the finish? Are you telling me Snake Brown's going to do a run-in?
Well, you might not be that happy with it. Oh, shit, everybody's down. Luger just moved himself into position here.
Was that a triple noggin knocker?
It was. Now, wait a minute. Some big cowboy just come and pushed Hayes on top. My God, that's Terry Gordy.
Oh, yeah, look at that. In a pink shirt.
Yeah. And then he kicks out.
Luger has to kick out for...
I swear, they all ram together, and you see Luger immediately scoots around to be in position for Hayes to get pushed over on top of him. I mean, goddamn Gordy looks like he just came from a gay rodeo with that pink shirt and a damn belt buckle. And good news, Michael, I won the gay rodeo. And you're the U.S. champ. We're killing it. Hayes is like, Jesus Christ, I ain't never wrestling like that again for the rest of my life.
I'm not taking a bump for the next 6 months.
Well, Michael Hayes was going to hold that belt for, I don't know, a couple of weeks, maybe 3 weeks. Luger wins it back.
Yeah, Gordy definitely looks like he rode a bull. Yeah, that was some good... Lex did some good work in this match between the leg sweep and that positioning there. But then again, I like that. I watched that last WWE Saturday Night's Main Event, and those people would take a bump and crawl halfway across the ring to get in position for a top rope move. So
I love that he kept putting his foot back on the rope after Gordy pushed it off.
Yeah.
He come back and moved it a second time, and after that, Gordy's like, fuck it, I guess you don't know the finish. God,
is Sting's rat tail dyed black?
It is.
Wow.
It is a black rat tail. And not talking about Dark Journey.
I just about to spit out my Coke, you fucker. God damn it. Shit. Oh, no. Is Grizzly Smith backstage? Is that why those kids are... Oh.
I wonder how many kids, like, asked to get black rat tails in the back of their head after seeing their hero Sting do this. Jeez.
Oh, that's horrible.
God, why would you think that's a good idea? That looks ridiculous.
I mean, the rat tail is bad enough as it is.
Yeah, rat tail's bad, then you did it black.
Is that Rip?
Yeah, he's seconding the Iron Sheik. Like, why didn't y'all let Rip wrestle Sting and Sheik stand on the outside?
Right?
What the fuck is that on the back of his head? You motherfucker. And Ayatollah Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Iron Sheik, former world champion.
Of another promotion I'm not allowed to talk about.
Venice Beach, California. He weighs 251 pounds. He is the world television champion.
I love that belt.
Oh, yeah. One of my favorites.
Well, I can at least safely assume this doesn't go more than like 5 minutes.
No, Sheik beats him pretty quick.
I figure.
Oh, he's taking advantage with the flagpole there. It's the only believable offense he'll get in this match, I'm sure.
Well, since he hadn't even taken
Can't
his...
even, yeah, can't get out of his damn curtain he's wearing.
Does he have the nightlight yet?
No, not yet. Not quite yet.
Tell him about the knees, Guido.
Those are robot knees.
That's purely fucking speculation.
Oh, man, that is one of the funniest, just for the commentary, that was one of the funniest matches of all the JCW.
That and the goddamn Bundy match.
Crack pipe on a pole match. Oh, yeah. It looks like a big giant dick in a black broken collar.
Ding dong crunchy. For people that don't know what we're talking about, sometime Gene and I are just going to do the neither of us like the Insane Clown Posse's music, but they're fucking hysterical wrestling commentators. Yes. And sometime we'll do that show, but you won't hear us talking, just us laughing at their commentary.
Yeah. Just us laughing and making mention of our favorite parts, but no needing us going over it because we can't outdo what they do.
Oh yeah, no. We try to be funny, but we're not nearly as funny as they are.
I wish that new show, that lunacy shit they got, if Jay and Shaggy did the commentary on it, I'd actually watch it. But
I'd watch that shit every week.
But the fact that they don't do the commentary and Vince Russo is helping book it, I'm out on that. I got friends that work the show, but
yeah. Even if I'd still watch, if they were doing commentary, even if Russo was booking it, I'd watch it.
Oh yeah, if they were, that would be even better because they'd have more ridiculous shit to bitch about. But Sting took him by the throat. I guess that's
and they'd have to bring back Fat Fuck Barrel Boy.
There's no chance he's still alive. But
why do they call him that?
He's a big fat fuck in a fucking barrel.
Oh yeah.
Look at him. Isn't it great, Vito? He's fat. He's a fuck. He's in a barrel.
He's wearing a barrel.
And he just kept saying it over and over.
But what we really want to know. Yes, we'll have to totally put that up. At least put it up for people to see at some point. If not,
Sting retains over the Iron Sheik. What a win over a former World Wrestling Federation champion.
Just a former world champion, Gene.
Oh,
we're not saying from where.
That's my mistake. It's going to take a very special athlete.
That was quite the bump from the Sheik.
Oh, yeah, that was his pay-per-view bump for the year right there.
Right.
Fuck the Michael Hayes. I can bump.
You hit me with a splash, and I'll take about 3 steps backwards. And then
Mike Hayes, you see that, jabroni?
We'll return after these messages.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Give Me Back My Pro Wrestling, the podcast that's based on the old school but can still help you find the good stuff from today. Jimmy Street and the Plastic Sheik, Jared, are the undisputed tag team champions of the wrestling podcast world. From thought-provoking topics to superstar interviews to action figure expertise. This team does it all, and all they ask is, give me back my pro wrestling! Every other Thursday, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Hey guys, Ray Russell here. Lots of new stuff happening here at WrestleCopia. If you haven't checked out our website at WrestleCopia.com, it's a great way to keep up with the latest episodes of all of your favorite Copia programming, from the Wrestling Memory Grenade to Regional Wrestling with the Territory Talk, the Wrestling Stoop with the legendary Bob Roop, and of course all of those programs also available at your favorite podcast streaming platforms. And if you want to stay up to date with everything going on in the Copia world, all the latest news, random thoughts, fun videos, pictures, and more, make sure to join the more than 33,000 followers over at Facebook.com/WrestlingGrenade. Don't be left out. And last but definitely not least, It's what keeps the entire machine going. I'm talking about patreon.com/WrestleCopia. We appreciate your support in helping us pay the bills to keep the WrestleCopia podcast network running and enabling us to continue to bring you all the quality programming that we offer.
Relive the glory days of Memphis wrestling with the Retro Wrestling Review USWA podcast. Each week, we go back in time to review USWA Championship Wrestling from the 1990s, episode by episode. Join us for watch-alongs, behind-the-scenes stories, and exclusive interviews with people who were there and lived it. Whether you grew up watching it or you're discovering it for the first time, this podcast is your ringside seat to Memphis wrestling history. It's all a part of the WrestleCopia Podcast Network. Listen now at USWApodcast.com.
Tired of the same boring wrestling podcast? Need something with attitude, chaos, and maybe just a little cussing? That's STSPod.club, and we got it all covered. We've got wrestling weirdness with WTF News Desk, 5-minute time limit, and the Southern fried brain of me, BT, stirring the whole ship. We also have Rolling Into Mempho every week about the current Memphis wrestling. Interviews, hot takes, and wrestling outrageousness so wild it might get you banned in 12 states. That's right, it's SDSPod.club, or search all podcast catchers for Shooting the Shiznit, where wrestling podcasts grow chest hair. Not sure what that meant. Love my mama.
You take a one bump, not 37 bumps.
Damn Freebird, a spot monkey.
Yeah.
I can't do the accent. I just sound like an old Italian guy.
Then the Mike Hayes. Yeah, me too. But fuck it.
Yours is pretty good.
This is our show. We can. Oh boy, here we go, Mr. Charisma. Let's see what he's got to say.
A lot of different thoughts to my mind, and the fact that there are a lot of other contenders out there, and that's why that stipulation was put in. Ric Flair's last chance. We've got 3 ex-world champions around the ring acting as judges to eliminate any kind of.
So at the Clash, he was already trying to be like, yeah, I don't want to wrestle Flair anymore. And here he's saying, you know, tonight it's Ric Flair's last chance, which is kind of ironic that Ric Flair's last chance is in the same venue where Ric Flair's alleged last match would take place years later. Of course, when he tagged with Andrade. Or I'm sorry, he tagged with Andrade, wasn't it, against Jarrett and Jay Lethal? Was that what that
seems right. I like one person in that match.
Yeah, I like Jeff too. He's pretty awesome.
I'm in Andrade.
To the ring for this most important match.
If it makes you feel any better, I like Jeff better than Jay Lethal.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Can't stand Jay Lethal. Never understood why he was Ring of Honor champion for like 6 years. Holy shit, look at the hair on that bitch on the right.
She stuck her hand in an electric socket.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I was saying, was she fiddling with a fork in an electric socket?
And they had 10 more chicks up down each side of the aisle there. Their whore budget must have been off the chart for this episode. TBS really loosened the purse strings there. Like, all right.
As long as you don't bleed.
Yeah, just please don't. Well, we're talking, you know, I don't know if that was specifically an instruction for them, but, you know, in general, the matches.
Can the horse blade?
All right, really got the nipple cam here as each one goes by.
Good Lord. They empty Ricky Morton's dressing room?
Yeah, I actually got to hear one time in a dressing room Ricky deliver that famous line about him and Robert, that the difference between him and Robert having sex with rats was Ricky would have to walk over and put it in, and Robert would have to put it in and walk over. He loves saying that. And Robert loves him saying it too, I'm sure. So
I figure.
Puts him over. It's about the most Ricky ever puts Robert over. So
Is Steamboat going to come out with his fucking wife and kid?
All right, let's see if I turn to music.
Oh,
so
no.
Let's see. Oh, we got to.
All right, you can turn it back down, Gene.
All right. They got some generic music. He's not coming.
Oh, wait, he gets one. Oh, I guess the whore. I would say he gets one whore, but that's his wife.
Yeah,
I thought his wife was the chick handling the horse, but
got a lady dressed like Colonel Sanders leading the horse out. We're not in Kentucky. This is Nashville.
Does this kid have a mullet?
He's starting to get one. He looks. I don't know. He looks like he's. I don't know. It looks like a jacket Eddie Guerrero wore in WCW in like '97. It may be it. He may have bought it.
Probably the same size.
That's what I'm saying. He might have.
Oh, there! I said something bad about Eddie Guerrero. That'll get us canceled.
Yes, here's your common family man for you to cheer for. I'm wearing a dress that's more expensive than your house, and little honky tonk man here. I guess because we're in Nashville is why he's.
Oh, does he have a little guitar on?
Yeah.
Oh.
Somewhere Wayne Ferris is going, I didn't touch that bitch. That ain't my kid.
I don't know. Maybe when he took the Intercontinental title, he knocked her up.
Old honky. Trotted the kid out there on a friggin' horse.
Just like all these people do.
Yeah, they can relate to. He's very relatable.
Like, I love me some Ricky Steamboat, but yeah, this version of the gimmick does not work.
No. I'm wondering at what point they decided, all right, well, everybody loves Flair all of a sudden. Let's lean into that and get the belt back on him and get this feud with Terry Funk going.
Probably after George Scott left. But...
Oh, definitely after that. I don't know. Doug says that Eddie had some influence over getting Funk in the door. I'd like to think that's true, but whatever did it, thank God it did.
I mean, if Funk hadn't been there, do you think they would have gone with Lou Thez?
It'd have been interesting to see. I don't think Pat O'Connor.
Good Lord, look at that cauliflower ear.
Good God. That's why Rick Steiner wrestled in earmuffs.
Yeah, right? And then there's Terry's ear. It's not cauliflower. He just liked to blade it a lot.
Terry's looking around like, you motherfuckers have no idea what
you're
going to be in for in a little bit.
So it's going to take him 6 minutes to send the horse to the back.
Yeah. The last one will be crossing through the curtain as the match ends. Get back out here. He won.
Do you think one of those is Diana?
If I find out you recall them hoors and Diana's out there, I'm going to stretch you.
Down in the basement.
It's the dungeon. You know when they had the Dungeon of Doom, they was ripping me off, right?
None of those. Bring me Stuart.
Where's the horse?
I would have been a lot better if they'd had Stu Hart as the bring me the Yeti.
Oh yeah. I would like to have heard Stu Hart as the leader of the Dungeon of Doom, and also would have liked to have heard Stu Hart as the Black Scorpion. Sting. You remember Calgary in 1974? No.
I was 3.
Maybe that wasn't you.
Your mom's a hooer.
I banged your mom. That's the point we're making here.
Shit.
All right. We saw a damn near 60-minute long 2 out of 3 falls contest between these two recently that people call the greatest thing they've ever seen. And now's the final match of the trilogy. They'll wrestle again later. We'll we make it to Spring Stampede 94, we'll get to see another.
Hip toss. Arm drag. Arm bar. Somewhere Dean Malenko's a happy man.
Do it again.
He bitch slapped him.
Slap. Oh. Later in the match, he would have took the face bomb, but it's too early for that. He would fall to his ass. Got to pace yourself. We're going a little while. So, all right. So, we had a hard time staying on topic on the last Steamboat and Flair match. So now that people understand that, I have to ask. You said watching that Saturday night's main event. I didn't watch it because I don't have Peacock anymore. I canceled it once they stopped having the pay-per-views, and I refused to get that ESPN app. But I did watch all the highlights on YouTube. Where do you land on Cena's last match? Do you think it went the way it should have? Do you think Gunther was the right guy? There was a lot of hot takes on that the following day.
I am a big Gunther fan. I've liked him since he was Walter before he went to WWE, so I have no issue with him being the guy. I think he's a great guy for them to keep building up as a monster that can always wear the title. So no, I have no issue with him being the guy to do it. I don't really have any issue with Cena tapping out. I don't think like he never tapped out. But I feel like you and I are the wrong people to give opinions because we're the wrong generation because Cena wasn't our guy. So like if I'd grown up with Cena as my hero that said never give up and then I watched him give up, I might be pissed off too. My big issue with it was it went too fucking long. Like, not the whole match, but like, Cena in the sleeper hold went too long. Like, I think they should have went the fucking, like the Austin at WrestleMania against Bret route. Like, he should have probably just passed out. And like, the goofy smile didn't need to happen. He didn't need to tap. He probably should have just gone. Like, Gunther should have choked him out, more or less. That's how I'd have booked it.
I've had this conversation with a few people. We talked about it on the post show of the USWA podcast recently, and I do agree that we're not the right ones to ask. But that's why I was surprised the following day and over the next few days after that match, how many people in the business and like were saying, "Oh, he shouldn't have lost. He should have won. He should have won. Oh, he shouldn't have tapped out." And just, I don't know. I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was saying, I vehemently disagree. I mean, you lose on your way out. That's what you do. Like, I don't care if you're retiring. Like, if he were fucking dying of cancer or something, okay, maybe give him a win. But he's going to go make millions of dollars in Hollywood. Him doing the job's the right thing to do. That's how the business works. It's how it's always worked. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, like if they didn't want to have like. If never giving up was his thing, like, okay, maybe he didn't need to tap out. He could have been pinned or he could have, passed out from being unable to get out of the hold. But, okay, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I mean, there were so many people who were trying to make it sound like, oh, fuck Triple H. It was, he made him do that and all that shit. Personally, watching some of the interviews that he did before the show, and then I had this discussion with people before seeing any of the interview he did with Cody explaining it, but I kind of said the same thing that he ended up saying, like arguing with some of the guys I was arguing with. I was like, okay, I get the whole his gimmick was never give up. That's why he shouldn't have tapped out. But he was very, very adamant going into this match. I know he said it in like the Chris Van Vliet interview. Like, this is my last match. This is not going to be one of those, I'll be wrestling again at WrestleMania next year, or I'll be in Saudi Arabia wrestling. And so the only reason you have somebody pass out in a submission hold is to save the character. They didn't tap out. You do that to salvage for them, to not hurt them moving forward. To me, him tapping out in the way that he did signified that I'm done. That's what the little smirk was about, was like, all right, clearly everybody here knows I could get out of this, but it's time. I'm done. And you don't have to make me pass out because you don't have to save face with me. Gunther can make me tap out because I'm not coming back next month. I'm not wrestling again. I'm not fucking Ric Flair or Hulk Hogan or any of these other guys. I'm done, and this is signifying I'm done. I liked it. I thought it was perfect. I don't particularly love it being Gunther, but like I told the guys on the USW podcast, but if not Gunther, then who? He's really the only believable one. My big issue with Gunther is they built him up so strongly and so well, having him tap out the fucking Jey Uso at WrestleMania, who never got a submission win, even over a jobber in his life, just, to me, damaged his character tremendously. I mean, I know everybody says, "Oh, it don't matter if you win or lose, and it all goes away the next day." But to me, to give for the sake of giving Jey Uso this win that they thought was going to apparently kick off this big singles run that never. If he'd hit him with the splash and pinned him, great. But the fact he made him submit just really, I don't know, just bugs me. And they've done enough stupid shit in between with Gunther where it's like, I don't think he has the same cachet that he had to be retiring all these big stars. I'm guessing he'll be the one to retire AJ Styles when it comes time too, and I guess that'll be his thing. And I don't have anybody that I can name that would have been a better choice. I mean, he put Dominic over, after winning the Intercontinental title, but that's not going to be the guy who's going to beat him in a retirement match because we don't have any heels with heat more than Gunther does, unfortunately.
I mean, Braun Breaker would be the only other guy I could think of.
Yeah. That would be a possibility. But I still think he's too green, really, to justify it.
Or if they want to put faith in Bronson Reed, I think he's a great worker for a fucking guy his size.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. We had a big discussion, like, when I said that about I didn't know if Gunther was the guy, and like Josh was like, well, why not? I was like, I just don't like Gunther's good at what he does. Like his niche, he's good at what he does. I was like, but he doesn't have like a mass appeal. He's too fucking boring. Like he's never gonna be able to cut good promos. Like he's never gonna be the guy. Like he'll be a good heel to go against a good baby face, but he's not gonna be the guy. And Josh was like, well, but most people thought that about Roman Reigns, and then all of a sudden 4 years later, he's the guy. I'm like, I don't think the two. I think that's apples and oranges. I don't think he could be that entertaining week to week in segments the way Roman Reigns was.
I agree with you. Like I said, and this is going to make me a bad person, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think a lot of his appeal was lost when he lost all that weight. I think it makes him less intimidating.
Yeah. I don't disagree.
But if it makes him healthier, good for him. I'm not saying, I'm not telling him to get fat or anything, but I think when he was Walter and he was that goddamn big and he was just murdering people, like he looked like a fucking tank and it was intimidating as shit. He's still a tremendous worker. I think he's, for a guy his size and big, no, but to what you just said, I mean, no, he's never going to be the face of the company. But I try to think about it like thinking back to when we were kids, like Hogan was always going to be the face of the company. A baby face should always be the face of the company. But do you really want the guy that's going to be the face of the company, the guy that's killing your heroes? Like, so he is the heel, being the one to kill Cena, should be building him to be the next giant to slay for whoever the next big baby face is. The problem is that company doesn't know how to book a goddamn thing. So like you were saying about him tapping
big
out.
Baby face is in is over 40.
Exactly.
Probably won't be many years behind Cena retiring.
Exactly. That's the whole problem. And like you talking about them killing his aura by fucking tapping out to Jey Uso. Not his fault.
No, I don't blame that on him. I'm saying that's the stupidity on their part to do some throwaway shit like that and then decide a year later, oh, well, let's have him retire Goldberg and fucking Cena and all that. Like,
right. And that's
why did you keep him on the path he was on?
That's the problem with all of their fucking booking, is that they can't. It's the same way the company's been for the past 20 fucking years. They just hotshot everything all the time. And there's no consistency in anything. You can't build anyone for more than 6 months. I mean, fuck, they built Cody for a year to get his rematch or whatever the fuck. And so, yeah, you can't, like, we think about things in the way that wrestling was for us growing up, where you build a guy for a fucking year, 2 years, 5 years. It's not like that anymore. And so you almost can't think about it that way. Like, that's the thing. Gunther can retire AJ Styles, then he can retire Randy Orton, and then fucking Austin Theory turns fucking babyface and beats him, and Austin Theory gets a 2-month rub out of it, and they're probably like, oh, great, we fucking did what we accomplished. Whereas to us, we're like, oh, God, they failed miserably. Because the whole
building
business
baby
is
faces
stupid.
must be really fucking hard because, I mean, you look at, I mean, Hogan worked, but then Warrior failed miserably. Savage worked, but he was, I mean, the minute he won the title, it was just to be held till next year to lose it back to Hogan after No Holds Barred was done shooting.
Well, yeah, I mean.
But I mean, you even look like over in WCW. Flair was on top. They put the belt on Sting. They didn't have any good people lined up for him to wrestle. They didn't have any good storylines, and his reign fizzled out like a fucking fart, and they put it back on Ric Flair.
Well, Sting, he blew his fucking knee out and hurt himself. And B, like you said, that's on them. They didn't have any good storylines for him. But I don't think, again, I don't think it's Sting's
I mean,
fault.
any of these arguments, I'm not saying it is Sting's fault. I'm not saying it's Gunther's fault. At the end of the day, I'm saying, I started that phrase by saying it must be hard to build baby faces and know what to do with them. They know how to give them the chase, just like Cody. For 2 years, everybody was like, oh my God, finish the story, finish the fucking story. Well, the story was fucking finished, all right, when he won the belt, because they've done nothing really of any note with him during his title reign so far.
I also think that a really big problem is the fucking world has changed. Like, people don't buy it anymore. Like, back in the 80s, I mean, goddamn, people bought Hogan. Like, people bought the Von Erichs. But now everybody's so goddamn cynical and shitty that you put a fucking plucky goddamn goody two-shoes baby face out there and they get booed out of the fucking building.
Well, John Cena got over bigger during his retirement tour from turning heel. I mean, that last match, everybody in the building was behind him for the first time perhaps ever.
Because he was retiring. That's the only reason.
But if they'd done that match 2 years ago, there'd have been half the building shitting on him if he hadn't had this year-long build-up.
I think it's because he's so good in movies. I think Peacemaker.
I guess I haven't seen him enough then.
I think Peacemaker made him a babyface.
I've never seen it. I couldn't.
You ought to watch it. It's fucking hilarious. He's hysterical. But yeah, I think that's what made him a babyface. I think that's the problem of why you can't build a babyface now, because as soon as somebody starts getting over, the crowd fucking turns on them. So you can't build.
They have to backdoor most of the babyfaces in. Like they finally kind of figured that out and kind of tricked everybody with Daniel Bryan. Getting him over. Everybody's like, oh, we're not supposed to cheer for him, so now we're going to cheer for him. Bullshit. Not at first, but they realized pretty quick what they had and played into it and made it work.
And then they've tried to do it over and over again.
Yeah, and now people are figuring that out. The other big thing, though, too, is with all the years of half the show being promos and segments, like, that shit gets over more. Like, the Bloodline storyline got over better in segments on SmackDown than it did with it. Like, you can't name a lot of great matches that come out of that. People loved the interaction with Sammy and Jey Uso and all that shit. That was the biggest thing to get over out of all that.
Sami Zayn's a prime example right there of a guy that they thought they could do the Daniel Bryan thing with him, job the shit out of him, and he's over, but they've at the same time about half killed him.
Well, the problem was...
Look at this fucking fan pushing Steve.
Yeah, get in there. Get your ass in there, goddammit. The problem with that was they couldn't pull the trigger on him in Montreal because they were already giving the belt to Cody the next month. So he had this big build-up, and it was like a Lex Luger thing where you have this big build-up, and then you can't pay it off or you don't pay it off. And then what do you do with him after that?
Yeah.
They went ahead and ran with the tag team title thing with Kevin Owens, but... you never paid it off singles, so then he just falls back down the card again.
Kevin Owens is not. I still think both Kevin and Sammy could be much, much bigger stars than they are, but they fucking fiddle-faddled them both for the past fucking
flip-flop Kevin Owens back and forth
Yeah.
from heel to babyface like the goddamn Big Show, to the point that, you know, if you don't watch it for a little while, you have to sit there and pay attention to figure out, all right, what is he now?
And then Sammy gets the, okay, you're getting a push. Oh, you're not getting a push. Oh, you're getting a push. Oh, you're not getting a push. Like,
yeah,
that's the problem. Like, and I know, like, and I'm not, like, this isn't me shitting on WWE because I'm an AEW fan. Like, they have their issues too, but, like, they've just spent the last fucking, pretty much since the Attitude, well, I mean, after the Attitude Era, we had that little, like, the nobody gets over except for Triple H era. But since then, like, every fucking, this is my theory. I'll put this out here while we have time. Brock Lesnar killed the company. And I don't mean Brock Lesnar that came back from UFC. I mean, when Brock Lesnar left to go play football, it broke Vince McMahon. This is my theory. Hear me out.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar left at the height, you know, he was being pushed to the fucking moon. He was the next big thing. And then he was like, you know what, fuck this. I want to go play football. And then after that, if you'll notice, that's right around the time that all this shit starts, where they fucking stop-start pushes. They're deathly afraid of anyone getting over. That's when WWE became what, you know, like, nobody was bigger than the company. WWE was the star. It wasn't John Cena. It wasn't Batista. It wasn't anybody. WWE was the name that you came to see. Like, you know, back in the 80s, you came to see Hulk Hogan. You came to see Andre the Giant. WWF was what you were seeing, but you were coming to see those people. At that point, WWE was the star. And like I said, I think it broke Vince McMahon's psyche that somebody was like, you know what, fuck this company. And who's the one guy, you know, for years, you know, fucking Savage, nobody, fuck him, he's not coming back. Fuck you, he's not coming back. Brock Lesnar, please come back. I'm going to pay you $50 million a match. And then he got everything he wanted. He got pushes. He would come and go as he pleased. No one ever did that before him.
Yeah.
So that's my theory. And then, like, and so now, like I said, the book, like Rusev, Jesus Christ, that Rusev Day shit was so fucking over. Like, the crowds were chanting it over top of other matches. Fucking the t-shirts were flying off the shelves, and they buried him. They tried to turn him into a goddamn comedy babyface. Yeah. There was a chance for a fucking guy that could have been huge. He was a big dude. He could fucking work. He was naturally funny. He had a hot blonde wife. And there was, Vince thought his wife was too hot for him, so he didn't get a push. Like, what the fuck? And so, yeah, that's, like, they've spent 20 years booking against anything that would help them as a company. That's my theory.
Well, I mean, you may not be wrong, and every time somebody does get bigger than the company, they usually pay for it. I mean, you look at The Rock, you look at Cena, you look at now Reigns is going out doing acting. Now Cody's starting to get into some acting and stuff, but I think it's unavoidable. You know, the first promotion that ever put the promotion ahead of the wrestlers, and you heard the letters getting chanted, was ECW. And who's there right now in their ear? Perhaps Heyman's one that said, hey, look, you know, you got to make sure that first and foremost people are coming to see WWE and not necessarily the guys, because guys can come and go, they can die, whatever else. But, you know, you need to make sure that people still want to see the rest of the show, not just the one guy. So it could all be by design, I guess.
But I feel like in ECW it happened naturally. At least in somewhat.
I mean, I guess somewhat, but I mean, it served them well, because goddamn, if there was ever a company where people came and went, if everybody would have been there for Sabu, or everybody would have been there for, you know, Shane Douglas or whoever, they all left at some fucking point. Most of them came back.
Other than Dreamer, you're right.
And he's having to try to, you know, take guys with limited ability and accentuate that and get them over, and by God, he did. But
yeah, no, you're correct, but I just, like I said, I just feel like they spend so much time booking against their, back to our original point, they spend so much time booking against their own self-interests that they're now incapable of making stars.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's all just people like us that are just talking about the storylines and the fucking what we think of what they're doing booking wise. I mean, they're making more money than they've ever made. I mean, it's successful on some level. So,
well, yeah, that's what it all comes down to. They're making more money than they've ever fucking made. They've got billion-dollar streaming deals, so nothing's going to change unless Netflix fucking gets pissed off and cancels Raw. Nothing's going to change.
80% of the people who sit online and bitch about it all day, who say they're not going to watch, they're going to fucking watch. They're not going anywhere.
Oh, yeah.
There's goddamn, these people have been singing the same song for fucking 20 years. Oh, fuck WWE. Fuck WWE sucks. Well, goddamn it, you watched it last week, didn't you? You watched the pay-per-view, didn't you?
Well,
so it's all talk.
Well, I did turn on Saturday Night's Main Event because I wanted to see what they did with Cena, but I couldn't, to watch the weekly TV, I don't do it.
Well, now that they moved it off of Peacock, I don't see anything but clips on YouTube, and I haven't even made it a point to go look at any of them other than the Cena match in recent times.
I mean, if a couple of my buddies want to pay for, split the cost for a month of that ESPN shit to watch the Rumble, I might do that because the Rumble's always been my favorite show.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah, I like to say I've been out on all of it for a while, but I'll every once in a while I'll watch clips to see what Punk's doing or whatever. But and that was another thing too. I mean, I'm a huge CM Punk fan, but I wasn't a fan of him beating Gunther, knowing what they're trying to do with him in the future either at SummerSlam. But
and it
is what it is.
Yeah. And I'll just quickly say this, and then we'll try to they've done away with all of the old tropes that made they don't fucking seem to do banana peel finishes anymore. They nobody does countouts, nobody does DQs. They've taken away so many things that could beat a guy without beating a guy.
Yeah,
and I don't know. Anyway,
but I mean, on the other side of the coin, as far as the retirement shit goes, I mean, the only big star that's retired out of AEW was fucking Sting, and the only person he really gave a rub to was tagging with goddamn Darby Allin. They had him win his fucking final match. So
they did.
Other than that, him being there served no purpose other than to carry Darby Allin. And what's it done for Darby Allin since then?
I mean,
he went
Darby's over
and gets set on fire and shit.
Darby's over, but I mean,
he's over, but there's a bunch of people in WWE that's over too, but they don't mean they
do
anything
agree
decent with him. Jey Uso's fucking over. His entrance gets a bigger pop than just about anybody's, but it don't mean they do shit with him worth a fuck.
Problem with Darby is he's always fucking hurt because he does all that stupid shit.
Well, exactly, because he weighs fucking 97 pounds and hurls himself off of shit.
How are
you not going to be hurt? He's going to be in a wheelchair before he's fucking 45.
Oh, yeah, he's worse than Sabu or Foley ever were. So,
yeah.
But
all right, I'm sure people are getting tired of hearing us talk about current shit, watching Steamboat and Flair. So here we go.
All right.
Oh no. Well, the timing of that went pretty well. They didn't have to push themselves over like a lot of times guys do. They'll hit and they'll kind of almost go over, but then they don't, and one of them got to kick off. And
it looks like one of them got their neck goddamn broken, so he took full body weight on their head.
Yeah.
I hope folks don't mind our rants, but
hopefully not.
These matches are really fucking long.
Yeah, and there's only so much you can say about them.
Exactly. And like I said, I love me some Ricky Steamboat, one of my all-time favorites. Flair. We've said our piece.
Yeah. But these were great matches for the time, and
they are, and
they really stood out because of what you had gotten used to from WCW.
Right.
I mean, the stuff that we were shitting on, these long, every match is 20-something minutes long and not much happening.
Yeah, no, they definitely.
I guess it stands out.
They definitely kept the pace up and kept it happening. They took their rests, but these two knew how to work this kind of match, whereas, Butch Reed and Steve Casey didn't need 18 minutes.
No. I'm still like, why do you think this didn't close the show?
Maybe they knew the Oak Ridge Boys were playing after this and they knew everybody was going to leave. So
Could be, yeah.
Like, I wonder if it was like the Oak Ridge Boys have to go on at 9:30, like period, end of story, and they were like, all right, nobody's going to stay for that shit, so we got to put these guys on before that.
Yeah, could be. I don't know. I mean, and I know there's always that, try to send them home happy thing, and technically the heel's winning here, but then you got all the shenanigans after the match. But then again, that's not sending anybody home happy either. So
right.
But well, we'll talk more about that after. I don't want to continue to spoil things, but
I assume anybody watching this has probably seen it.
Most of them have, but as nobody wants to hear it directly before they have to sit there in case they I don't remember I didn't remember the goddamn Dynamic Dudes beat the damn Samoans, but like I said, that wasn't on the video, so I've probably only seen the pay-per-view version once in my life.
I'm willing to bet a lot more money than that nobody was watching this for the Dynamic Dudes SST match.
Well, you never know. There's always that one weirdo that likes something that nobody else likes.
You're telling me there's one guy subscribing to this like, fuck you, Johnny Ace is my favorite wrestler of all time.
Finally, got some Dynamic Dude action up in here. Here we go, the double chicken wing. So lame.
Remember that one thing that George Steele used to use with that flying hammer lock or whatever?
Yeah.
That shit was dumb, but it looked like it would hurt.
Yeah, it looked I don't know how there was a way to make that not be painful. Honestly. Like, watching George Steele wasn't painful enough.
You!
Hi-ya! Well, there's no chance Flair's coming back from this. He hit him with the top rope hi-ya chop. This has got to be going Steamboat's way.
I think I realize why these matches aren't as enjoyable as they should be. That no blood policy is the problem. Like, Flair's hair isn't bright freaking red.
Yeah, for years you get used to a certain amount of blood and the NWA. It's kind of weird. Can't imagine seeing Flair in a cage match in this era with no blood.
It must get reversed at some point soon, because I'm pretty sure he bleeds at the Bash.
Yeah, it does. They finally get him to cave, especially on pay-per-view.
So I was going to say, I know he gets hit with a unnamed foreign object by the unnamed person who may or may not come after him at an unnamed point after this match, since we're not spoiling anything.
Yeah, and there's times that they tried to pass shit off as hard ways that weren't. Like, I know famously, like in WWF, Brett and Piper convinced Vince that they did a hard way in their match, and they said Savage and Flair was fucking livid because they went out and did it and got in trouble. Uh-oh. Wait a minute.
Good old Stalin suplex. Shades of Michael Elgin. Wait, no.
Are we allowed to talk about Michael Elgin now, or something? He's still on Facebook talking shit.
Is he? Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember what he got canceled for, but I don't care.
It's like all the others.
Gotcha.
Bullshit.
Well, I forgot to say now we're going to work or whatever.
Oh, no.
He's got him right in the middle of the ring, Gene. This is over.
This is it. No one ever gets out of his figure four.
Flair wins every match with that.
I'd love to see statistics, if I could say the word, on how many matches outside of squash matches Flair ever won with the figure four.
I mean, there was the one where Dusty passed out.
Yeah.
I
bet it ain't double digits.
Probably. I mean, it'd be low.
I mean, I know he beat. Was it Wyndham or Rude that he beat on pay-per-view with the figure four?
Yeah, are we counting times? Are we counting times when Flair was a babyface? Because that might up the statistics.
I'll count them both. There ain't that many either way. But yeah, there's a little more when he's a babyface, but not much. If we take squash matches out of the equation.
His WWF run might up it too, like the later, the old man Flair run. But
classic he had with Vince McMahon at the Royal Rumble.
When he was part of Evolution.
When he bought his way into being part owner of the company or whatever the silly shit was.
Oh, yes.
Brought him in under.
Didn't that lead us to the first draft?
Yeah. Yeah, I read something the other day that Triple H may be looking to do away with the draft. That'll be popular.
Oh.
Punching his knee, chopping him. Punch his knee, chop him.
Oh, we might get that Enziguri I called earlier.
There we go.
I'm sorry, the back brain kick.
The Ghetto Blaster.
Ah, the Ghetto Blaster. That was my next.
I was dicking around on YouTube last night, and there was an old MSG show, and is it? Wait a minute, that's it.
All right.
We have a new World Heavyweight Champion, Bob. For all the punishment Steamboat's leg took in that figure four. So technically he won this match from the figure four, but not with the figure four, if that makes sense.
Yes. All right. Oh, we got some fireworks and shit.
Woo.
Those went off early. They were supposed to be part of the Oak Ridge Boys show, too.
They realized they didn't spend all the budget on horror, so they put the little bit that was left in sad little fireworks that went off at the end. Oh, by God, Rick! By God! By God!
It's two great competitors like this.
We got to listen to some of this. I love
fonts. Tremendous respect for each other. As you saw,
we can still talk over something.
That's fine. We'll just go ahead and do that.
Blair, tell everybody where you played football. Wait, you didn't play football? How'd you win a title?
History in the making here this afternoon in Nashville for the sixth time.
Rick, you tougher than a $2 steak.
Number 6,
you stomped a mud hole in him.
The world, Nature Boy Ric Flair. I think also we have to give credit where credit is due. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and Ric Flair both competed in one of the greatest matches that any of us, I think, have ever witnessed.
Give him a round of applause, folks. His wife is going to be pissed.
Thank you very much. Not in character for Ric Flair, but Rick Steamboat is the greatest champion I've ever faced. And I'm proud to be here for a sixth time.
For those 3 months that he held it, he was the greatest champion. There we
I
go.
want to be the first to congratulate you on being the new world's champion.
Terry, thank you very much. We do appreciate the judges being here.
Hey, Rick, I also want to say that if it would have gone 60 minutes, that I would have liked to have, I would have voted for Ric Flair because I think that you're the greatest wrestler in the world today.
Very nice. Thank you very much, Terry. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Terry.
You know, champ, it went past 35, 40 minutes. It was nip and tuck both.
You know, I would also like to go ahead, and I'd also like to go ahead and be the first one to challenge Ric Flair to that new championship.
Well,
by God, Rick.
Terry, I'm honored that you'd like to get in the picture, but as the wrestling fans know, you've been active. You've been in Hollywood, Sylvester Stallone, while I've been being the world champion. And we got a top 10. We got a top 10 that the world champion is obligated to wrestle.
You're right below Rip Morgan.
We are number one.
Wait a minute. Are you really saying that I'm not a contender?
No, what I'm saying, Terry, is that you are a great wrestler, but right now you're rubbing shoulders with Sylvester Stallone and not the world champion.
No. I was just asking, do you think that I'm not good enough? You're saying that I'm not good enough, aren't you, Rick?
I'm not saying that at all, Terry. If you want me to look you in the eye and tell you that I got a problem with wrestling a guy that's been out in Hollywood for 5 years, it's the bottom line, but I'm looking at the top 10, and you're not in the top 10.
No, Rick, hold it.
Let me conclude this by saying thank you. I'm honored, everybody. Win, lose, or draw, Ric Flair.
Rick, please let me just say one more thing. I was just kidding you about going ahead wanting to challenge you. I didn't want to really challenge you. I was just kidding you. So, dadgummit, let's go ahead.
That was beef. Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Dadgummit.
My God. That man's got a family.
Middle-aged and crazy. Something about a hollow-eyed scorpine. I used to know the whole spiel, but I forget it.
Yeah, he's...
Oh, meaner than a rattlesnake and... shit, I don't remember.
Whoa. He's wound up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so if you're just listening, of course, Terry Funk went ahead and attacked Ric Flair, punched him, threw him out of the ring. He's thrown him over the rail. Now he's bringing him back and putting him on this table at ringside, which isn't your typical table you normally see at a wrestling match. This is before people went through tables on every freaking show every night of the week.
And every idiot in the crowd chanted, "We want tables," endlessly.
Yeah. So this is a very interesting execution here. Flair's got his both arms down. He's basically just doing a headstand here with Terry Funk standing behind him. And he drops him directly on his head and neck on the table.
And then the table
tips over and Funk rolls off on the floor. Table did not break, but Ric Flair's neck may have.
Yes, Flair's taking of the pile driver is the worst.
Somebody needs to go ahead and get us a better table. Piece of shit.
Goddamn horse table.
Uh-oh. This is going to be bad. Oh. Boy, Flair covered up. He knew what was coming. I think he don't trust Terry. Well.
Sorry for my anger a minute ago, but "we want tables" chants are one of Broadcast Bob's big pet peeves.
We want tables. My least favorite chant of all time is this "fight forever" shit. That just makes my skin crawl.
That one doesn't. I swear to God, like, two dudes could be fucking stabbing each other with swords and the fucking crowd would be chanting "we want tables," and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's a piece of wood and you've seen it 600,000 times. I just don't understand. Like, they could be bludgeoning each other with sledgehammers wrapped in barbed wire with staple guns attached to them, and the people are chanting for fucking balsa wood. And I'm like, how many times do you have to see someone crash through a fucking table? Like, I just don't understand. Like, the first 600 times I saw Sabu do it back in 1995, I was like, all right, that's pretty cool. But it's 30 fucking years later, and it's lost its fucking...
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the first time I seen like a really, really good match and and fans started chanting, "Oh, fight forever," shit, I was okay with that. But then it got to be any match that goes on for a particular amount of time.
Oh, I don't disagree.
A couple of decent spots, they start yelling at like, okay, this is fucking.
Oh, I don't.
People nobody really gives a shit about, but I mean, I get it. Live crowd. They've heard people do it in the past. They want to get to experience themselves, just like every asshole. God damn it! Now you want to tell me what the thing that chapped my ass about the fucking Cena match, and this happens all the time now. Hell, you can watch a random episode of anything. The minute he tapped out, every dipshit in the first 4 rows had their hands on top of their fucking heads, making that face, trying to do the exact fucking reaction the guy had when Undertaker got beat at WrestleMania. Hoping they made it. And guess what? They did.
Please put me on camera look. Yeah.
Yeah, and guess what? It works because they had a highlight video on YouTube of nothing but fans' reactions to Cena tapping out at Saturday Night's Main Event. It was just a bunch of assholes with their hands on top of their head, their mouth gaped open. I'm like, you fucking idiots.
We'll come back to this, but we need to... First of all, we've got Joe Pedicino looking particularly rotund.
Yes.
And then
Round
we have
mound of sound, they call him.
We have Nikita Koloff, first of all, with hair, and second of all, he looks like he's got like the fucking Adidas logo or some shit shaved to the side.
He looks like the third member of PG-13. He's fucking Nikki K. Hey man, let me cut your hair for you, Nikolai. Nikki. Which are you, Nikolai or Nikita? What is it now? You Russian, ain't you? Jamie hooked him up with that fresh.
Zatoyata, here come the hot stepper. Wow, that is atrocious.
The most arbitrary shit in the world. Let's make Nikita Koloff the special referee for a tag team title match because,
Oh, is this the end of the Oak Ridge Boys concert we're seeing here?
Well, fire up. No, the fucking Varsity Club have cheerleaders. Man, the whole budget had to get blown away tonight.
They may have just repurposed the same horse into cheerleader outfits, Gene.
Maybe. I would like to think that, but these don't look like the same ones. All the ones Flair had huge blonde hair, and there's only one chick here that's got blonde hair.
Some of the ones that came out in the second outfits were not blonde.
Okay. We'll assume you're right on that, but I think these is a whole nother batch.
Remember the ones that came out with the nipple cam?
Yeah, I got you.
Some of those were brunettes, so I'm thinking they may have been repurposed to cheerleaders.
Well, all of them look pretty old to be high school cheerleaders, so I guess we're assuming that they're...
So you're saying that Grizzly Smith didn't book them?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
The ones he booked never made it out on camera. They're in the trunk of his car. The first of our 2 Varsity Club tag team title matches, and we're going
what a ride.
Hawk Animal and the Crocodile Hunter.
Crikey.
Like, dude, don't attack me while you're still wearing them goddamn shoulder pads. Them things are flying all over the place.
Sorry, the Grizzly Smith. My favorite all-time, totally changing the subject again. There was a shoot interview with Raven and Axel Rotten.
Mm-hmm.
My all-time favorite shoot interview quote. They're asking, apparently Axel Rotten had like a cup of coffee in WCW. And Raven's like, what happened there? And he's like, Grizzly Smith didn't like me. And Raven's like, oh, because you weren't a 9-year-old girl? And Axel Rotten laughs. He goes, nah, man, he really fucked me. And Raven's like, oh, so you were a 9-year-old girl.
I haven't gotten around to watch it yet, but somebody has uploaded, it says 9 hours of Raven, and it's like all these shoot interviews spliced together. And I'm like, one of these big car trips where I've got like 8 hours to drive in a day to Mississippi and back. I'm just going to start that thing from the beginning and just watch it all the way through because
I still need to send you a copy of that one with him and Honky Tonk Man going over the DVD-R sleaze list.
Yeah, because I missed that one. I never saw one with him and Honky. I saw like Honky, Jamie Dundee, and New Jack or some shit, but not Raven. I love the one with Raven and Sandman.
Oh, all of those are fucking hysterical.
The one where he tells the story about going up and ripping Dreamer's shirt. He had a flannel shirt on. And he's like, grabbed it at the bottom and ripped it, and it ripped all the buttons off. He had to walk around like fucking Conan the rest of the day.
I still think my favorite story from that one is the one where he's talking about where Sandman OD'd, and he's like, and Fonzie was like, Sandman's lips are turning blue, Daddy. I'll tell you this. So, since we don't give a shit about this match, this is my favorite fucking Sandman story. So they tell us in that shoot interview, they do the bit where I just saw the Wizard of Oz for the first time last week.
Yeah.
So I finally go to a show where Sandman's going to be there. I've still never met Raven. And if I told this story again, stop me. But a buddy of mine, Scott, was supposed to go with me, but he works for FEMA, and some shit happened and he didn't get to go. So I go out and I meet Sandman, and he's nice, and we shake hands, and like he signs an autograph for me. And so I text my buddy Scott, and I was like, I'm really sorry you couldn't be here. Sandman was really cool. And Scott's like, shit, if you go back by him, tell him that I'm really sorry I didn't get to meet him, and tell him I just saw the Wizard of Oz for the first time last week. So I happened to walk back by, and I walk up and I say, Sandman, it was really a pleasure to meet you, and my buddy was supposed to be here tonight, but he works for FEMA, and I think there'd been a hurricane or something. He couldn't come. And he wanted to say he's really sorry he missed you, and he wanted me to tell you that he just saw the Wizard of Oz for the first time last week. Sandman's eyes get real big, and he goes, how the fuck do you know that? That's me and Scotty's shit. And I explained to him that I was like, oh, you guys didn't. He's like, no fucking way. He's like, you got a cell phone? And I was like, yeah. He's like, does it take like video and shit? And I was like, yeah. He's like, let's make a fucking video for your buddy.
That's awesome.
And I was like, all right. So he's like, yo, Scott, Sandman, Wizard of Oz, fuck yeah. So I get to send that to my buddy, and he popped huge for it. So
that's the best you can get without being there, right there. That's
exactly.
awesome.
Yeah, but it was fucking hysterical. He was like, how the fuck do you know that?
Hell yeah, because he don't remember shit they said on damn videos, or
so
probably
goddamn.
anywhere there's a goddamn video camera in the room half the time.
Funny as shit, though.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite pictures we took in Philadelphia. Me, Tommy Rich, and Sandman. And of course, Sandman's got his classic middle finger right on my shoulder that you can see. Me and Rosie took a picture with him and Dreamer in Charlotte, and he's got his arm around Rosie, and you can see his middle finger over there. Like he slips it into like almost every picture, it seems like. That was so funny, though, because me and Tommy walk up over there, and Sandman's standing there, and there's this big dude, way taller than Sandman. Big rugged-looking dude standing there with him. And,
was it Tyler?
Yes. We didn't realize it when we walked over, and then Tyler said, hey, Mr. Rich, I hadn't seen you in forever. And Tommy's like, hey, I won't be rude, but I don't remember you. He's like, Tyler. And Tommy's eyes go, little Tyler? Sandman's boy? He's like, yes, sir. God damn. Hell, you bigger than Sandy now. Shit. We took a picture with him too, but I would have never, it would have never even crossed my mind that's who that was. I mean, everybody grows up, but certain people, you lock them in your mind as the age you saw them at.
I guess we should talk about this match for 30 seconds. I always liked Animal's shoulder block.
Yeah. And I always liked it when Mike Rotundo went out of the ring and come back. That's an odd move there where they clothesline him from both directions. Which way do you bump? I would have bumped the direction that Animal hit me, so that's a good call on his part. Here we go. If you had to bet somebody was taking the Doomsday Device, would you have bet Dr. Death over Rotundo?
My assumption was going to be that they did that double clothesline spot because Doc wasn't taking the Doomsday Device. But
wrong answer. They're assaulting Nikita out here on the floor. Spivey's mad. He's ripping off his hairdo because he's got lines shaving the side of his fucking head too.
Apparently that was a big style back then.
Yeah. Grab Nikita.
Give him.
He's got rainbows painted in his. What the fuck? Do you see this shit?
Oh,
Spivey's got like different color, like in the lines of his hair. Like, no, he was gay. Whoa, big boots.
Yeah, so he was representing.
Yeah, he was showing what he was all about there. Not there's anything wrong with that.
Feed Nikita some clam chowder.
Nikita's like, God damn it, somebody's getting a Russian sickle before I leave here tonight. What about you, Ellering?
Hopefully it's Ellering.
I don't know why he just all of a sudden started dressing like fucking Crocodile Hunter. It's like, dude, Paul Jones had already done that look. Like, now it looks like you're ripping off Paul Jones. Number 2, Paul Ellering.
He just needs a big cowboy hat.
We had a special referee to ensure that we had a clear-cut finish here, and we get the exact opposite.
Yes.
To the point that the tag titles end up having to be vacated.
Oh.
That's why we're having a tag team title tournament, Clash of the Champions, Guts and Glory, that we'll be watching next time around.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds great.
It's a fun show. I'll
take your word for it. At least the Varsity Club match is over.
Get to see Eddie Gilbert throw a fireball at a jobber by accident.
Well, that sounds good.
During a Dragon Shy. We were just about to see a demonstration and find out what this Dragon Shy shit's all about. Muta was going to fuck up like Trent Knight and one of the other jobbers, and Eddie come in, threw a fireball, and hit the jobber instead.
I bet it was Lee
I think
Scott.
he still wrestled later in the show or some shit. It's weird.
Oh, to finish your rant from earlier, can we just agree that wrestling fans this day and age suck and call it there?
Oh, yeah, without question.
Okay.
I always like those U.S. Tag Team title belts.
I did too. Those are nice looking belts. I always like the red strap. Like earlier, Sting had the TV title, but it was the black strap version. I much preferred the red strap version.
Yeah, the television belt I've got is the red strap version that's in the cabinet over here.
And I noticed the one Sting had, it was black on the front and red on the back, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. I don't know why they changed it, but eventually they made it black on one side and red on the other. Where these are red on the front and black on the back, it appears. The U.S. tag belts.
Wonder if they just fucked up when they were making those.
Possibly. I remember Tully having that red strap TV belt.
Oh, yeah.
They're still blowing up from the last match. Now they're going to come back out here. He didn't even put his damn robe on.
He's mad now, partner.
Well, no special referee for this one to make sure we don't have a fuck finish. Oh.
No.
That was a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it was. Sullivan. The fuck are those boots Spivey's wearing? What the hell?
Green and yellow.
He is colorful tonight.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's the... We'll have to figure out what school is green and yellow. Maybe that's the school that Spivey represents in the varsity club.
True. Can't you think of a college green and yellow? Not that I'm up on colleges.
Yeah.
Colors, but...
You, the big college football guy.
Oh, shoulder breaker on the floor.
There's a movie you don't see anymore.
No. You don't see a lot of atomic drops these days anymore either.
Now everybody uses the fucking inverted one that looks like shit. The one that you can tell missed by a mile and a half.
Yeah. It's not even subtle.
Exactly.
We were doing one of those Coliseum video casts the other night, me and Ray Russell, and it was the Ricky Steamboat Coliseum video, best of Ricky Steamboat or whatever, and he gave Don Morocco a big atomic drop. It looked really good, and DeRocco sold the shit out of it. I was like, yeah, you don't see that anymore.
No. I love, like, there was a for a while there was a Twitter account that was nothing but Rick Rude taking atomic drops. And just, he would always do that, like, walking around the ring like he got his ass broken cell.
Yeah, he was the king of that.
Oh, absolutely. It was phenomenal. And, like, the inverted atomic drop works if it looks like it connected. But most of the time now, you can tell that the guy missed by a foot. And then they sell it like they're dead anyway.
Yeah, if they bring them all the way down where it looks like they connected them,
right,
it can look more devastating than a real one because it looks like they got their nuts racked. But that nobody goes down. Like, you can see how far their knee is from connecting with anything.
Lord Sullivan's on a fucking rampage tonight.
He is. Somebody must have.
Man, Gilbert definitely went to the Lawler School of Right Hands, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Sure. He's like, God damn it, Rick, you still got your coat on. What are you doing? Oh, he's having a harder match with getting that jacket off than he is with that. Oh.
That looked like it tickled a smidge.
Yeah. I would have hated to wrestle Kevin Sullivan. Everything he did looked like it fucking hurt.
It really did.
And I'm sure it did. And I'm sure it wasn't any kind of optical illusion or anything.
You're saying you don't think there was a purple haze over your eyes?
The one I would hate to take the most is the damn double stomp.
Oh, no shit.
I would shit out everything I'd had for a week if he did that to me. Tag your partner. Come on. Tag your partner.
Your cousin from Boston.
Oh, my God. That's who I think of every time I hear that stupid commercial. I picture Kevin Sullivan. Because god dang, the way that streaming shit works now is you'll see the same commercial every commercial break. You'll hear that 10 times in a night once you've heard it once. Like, oh god, that's the rotation we're on now. About the cousin from Boston and bent carrot or whatever.
Those. I got to work. One of the leagues I worked for brought in Sullivan once. He was a pretty cool dude.
I got to meet him at the Charlotte convention a couple of times, and he seemed real nice. I never got to be on a show with him.
I had brought some DVDs to sell that night, and for some reason he was perusing my Ring of Honor DVDs, but seemed kind of random.
Yeah. What's this?
Anna.
Ring of Honor. I never heard of it.
No, he knew what they were, but that's what surprised me the most. This would have been in like 14, 15, somewhere in there. But yeah, and they were older.
Yeah, the early Ring of Honor, I could see where like old school guys probably would have liked a lot of that before it became so high spotty.
Yeah, this would have been, I was probably selling like 2009, 2008, I don't know, somewhere earlier stuff that I was just trying to get rid of. And he didn't buy anything, but he looked through them. If he'd wanted them, I'd have gave them to him. But
yeah.
Oh.
Dino Bravo can't do it like that.
No shit. That's because Dino Bravo's fucking terrible.
I thought you were going to say that's because Dino Bravo's dead.
Well, that too.
I always wondered if, they always say that it had something to do with like cigarette, illegal cigarette trade in Canada. But I just think it's probably somebody that just seen too many of his matches in a row and was just like, never again.
Somebody who got the best of Dino Bravo Coliseum tape for Christmas and was like, fuck this shit.
Somebody tied him to a chair and made him watch it on a loop.
Like those things where you see they like tie people up and make them watch something until they like go crazy and kill somebody. You think it was Dino Bravo matches? I mean, that makes sense to me.
Like, I saw a guy on a message board a while back, like, talking about how underrated Dino Bravo is. And that's why I said that earlier about no matter how obscure somebody is or how bad we think somebody sucks, somewhere out there, they have a fan. Like, and it just blows my mind. It's like, what about him do you like? Like, what made you a fan of this person? Especially somebody like Bravo. But this guy was like, man, Dino Bravo was way underrated.
See, I've heard
about his later stuff, but he was awesome.
Well, see, I've heard people say that if you see like dark-haired Dino Bravo from Canada, that the matches are good. Like I've never seen it because I don't care to look it up or it doesn't exist on tape. But
I've seen some. There you go.
That's new US Tag Team or saying I don't know.
Still tag champs with one arm. Rick Steiner managed to take out Sullivan with a Steiner line. Yeah, I've seen some of the older Bravo stuff, and yes, it's better than the later Bravo stuff, but, oh, Jesus. But it's nothing to cream over. I mean, it's just, he doesn't suck as bad as he did after he got on the steroids, apparently. Look at Dan Spivey.
Like, I can't think of a wrestler that's worse than Dino Bravo. I mean, like, that was pushed big time. Like, I'm sure there are fucking jobbers that are...
yeah, I mean...
But, like, I can't think of a big mainstream promote. Maybe Conan, but...
Yeah. I mean, Bravo is like if they had just kept Ted Arcidi around and tried to push him and just keep pushing him and keep pushing him.
Yeah, but I literally can't think of a fucking, like, there are a lot of guys that I don't like, but I can at least acknowledge they're better workers than Dino Bravo was.
Yeah. Is that like the measuring stick of like, well, they're better than Dino Bravo?
I truly can't think of like I would rather, if you gave me the choice of watching 8 hours of Dino Bravo or 8 hours of George Steele, I would pick George Steele every time.
Jesus Christ, dude. I don't know about that.
At least Steele's funny.
For a match or two, maybe. And then it's like, this again? God damn it.
But, I mean, Dino's not entertaining. It's the same thing.
At least his matches are short most of the time, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to watch, like, and I mean, I guess if you're seeing older Steel, he's getting carried. I don't know.
Yeah, God damn. I think they were counting on Steiner's shoulder hitting the pole, and they didn't think about the fact that he just rammed his head into the turnbuckle portion of it. Like, God dang, it looked rough. By God.
I can finally get back and take this cummerbund off.
Folks, I pissed my pants 2 hours ago, but it's dried up to the point now you can barely tell it. Can you see it, Bob? Bob's shaking his head. Nope, can't tell. Didn't want to hear about it. I wear the pins, so I don't really worry about that kind of thing.
Poor Bob Cottle.
Bob, we had one of the greatest world title matches of all time, and then we followed up with 2 fucking Varsity Club matches. What do you think about that? Well, somebody's smoking crack, whoever's booking this shit. 2 Varsity Club matches back-to-back is never a good idea, especially to close the show.
We really probably shouldn't have them in the first place. But
if you're going to open the show and end the show, or put them in the middle or something, but God damn it. You don't end the show with 2 Varsity Club matches.
Or just fire all of them but Doc.
or make it an 8-man tag and put all the belts on the line, or so. I don't know. But what they did was stupid, right? Yeah, Jim is one of the dumbest fucking things. I've been calling matches since 1912, and I've never seen anything as bad as 2 Varsity Club matches in a row. I'd rather see a Dino Bravo George Steele Iron Man match. Well, now you're getting out of hand, Bob. We're going to have to wrap this thing up. Clearly, you're off your fucking meds. And let's take a look at this awesome pile driver one more time in slow motion, no less.
Fatality.
Makes you wonder if Flair just needed a vacation or if his neck really was fucked up them couple of months he was laying out after this. He's like, oh my God, I can't believe I let Terry Funk talk me into doing that.
Terry's like, goddamn table.
Where's this cheap ass table they got in H? See, this is back in the days where they didn't even think to bring shit like that. So they just had to find a table that was there at the municipal auditorium and use it. And this was the result. And then this heavy ass chair coming across. Like you said, Flair, after that pile driver didn't trust him, he's covering up for all he's worth. Well, right there, Bob, if we show that pile driver, maybe they'll forget these Varsity Club matches even happened. And maybe somebody will go home happy because they don't like Ric Flair because he's a heel. Well, he's not a heel now, dumbass. He turned. He's a baby face now, Jim. Have you not ever watched wrestling before? What the fuck's wrong with you? By God, I watched it with Cowboy Bill. The big cowboy taught me about wrestling, Bob. Clearly he didn't teach you shit. I think we need to wrap this up before I punch you in your fucking face. Or one of these goofs back here sticking their tongue out. There we go. So long from Nashville, Tennessee.
It's certainly not the Sunshine State.
I'm always amazed at some of the stills they pick for
right.
This. Like they hit a randomizer. Like why?
Oh, like that one. Well, that's Missy twice.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Not a single shot of Flair's horrors yet. We had a horse, but no horrors. More fans.
Mike
Hayes
right there. Rainbow.
Ah, there they are.
That's Bobby. Yeah.
More horrors. The Rainbow Warrior Dan Spivey. That's his new name. Oh.
Jesus. There's that sign one more time. That's what we close with.
Spectacular.
Everybody remember the sign, please.
Lex Luger is number 1. Do not forget.
Number 1.
You're at number 1. Lex Luger, number 1. America.
All right. Well,
we're getting closer to the bash.
We are getting closer to the bash. I'm excited about that. Like I said, this next Clash of the Champions we're going to watch isn't all home runs, but there is some fun stuff on there that I'm looking forward to. Like I say, it was apparently 1,000 degrees in that building from everybody who's ever spoke on that. And even during the show, Jim Ross is bitching about it. But,
I need a chorus light.
Yeah, we'll be able to watch that, keeping in mind that It's 150 degrees as Doug Gilbert puts on army fatigues and gets Great Muta's mask taped around his head so he can be the terrorist to take on Ranger Ross. So Ranger Ross goes from jobbing out from butchery to getting a win over a random terrorist. And
with a combat kick.
Yes, a combat kick. So, what would you say was your least favorite part of today's show?
My least favorite part? Back-to-back Varsity Club matches pretty well sucked there at the end. Yeah, that's probably going to be it. I don't know what else to pick.
Yeah, I find it hard to argue that.
We ranted all through the Flair Steamboat length, so.
Yeah, sorry, folks. We started getting complaints about that. We'll try to do better with that, but
at least our rants are hopefully entertaining.
Yeah, hopefully so. And if you hear them and you have a counterpoint or an opinion or anything, please don't hesitate to send that our way. And
absolutely, it'll give us something to discuss during those long matches.
We're not those types of guys that do these podcasts and think that we're the final word and the be all end all. These are everything we say on here is just our opinions based on our fandom.
Exactly.
And
unless you write in and try to tell us that Dino Bravo was a great wrestler, we will happily.
I would love to hear someone try to justify Dino Bravo being a great wrestler.
I mean, if you want to write in and say that like his daughter was really hot on that dark side of the ring, like that is a point we'll take. But otherwise, no, everything else has got to be Dino Bravo slander.
Yeah, it's funny because like I started here a while back. I put I'll take the audio from the show, and I make it into a transcript, and then I put it through AI, and AI will make a description for the shows. And it comes up with pretty good descriptions, and they got like, hooks in them. And I ain't got to sit here and try to remember like, well, what did we talk about here? What did we cover? And so it's done good for us as far as getting people to click on them and listen to shows based on the descriptions. And so I forget which one it was, but one of the ones where we really went on a tear about Dino Bravo. Apparently we'd done it on a previous one. We did it again because the AI put out. And once again, the guys slander Dino Bravo. And then like in parentheses, it put well-deserved or something like that. I was like, shit. But it picks up on little things like it mentions like the Jack Victory count. It mentions JYD bump count and shit like that. So it's picking up on things for us. So
I was a little disappointed that love Doug, but we had fun with the JYD bump count, so I was a little upset JYD wasn't there.
I still can't picture what a JYD Muta match would be like, but I want to say it happened on TV, so we may find one and throw it at the end of something just to see what that was. I know there's a Muta Dick Murdoch match that I haven't clicked on yet.
I've seen that one. It's fun. I think that's the match where Dick Murdoch does a kip up, if I'm not incorrect.
Right,
and I'm not sure. I know that match exists. It may not be that match, but I've seen the Dick Murdoch kip up. It exists.
Wow.
Yeah.
If he would kip up right into the mist in the eyes, that would be freaking amazing. All right, so we both agree that our least favorite part is the back-to-back varsity matches to close the show. I would say an honorable mention to the bull rope match with Bob
it was
Dick
pretty.
Murdoch.
It was pretty bad. I forgot.
I would have rather seen that on a Clash or a Saturday night show than on fucking pay-per-view. And especially the fact that we had to spend so much time after the match and then immediately start showing replays and then steals from like, we get it. He hung him. Okay. Move on. All right. What was your most favorite part of this show?
The thing that I'm finding with us doing this is that it seems like we find a match that sucks. Like the last show, it was the JYD Butch Reed match. This show, it was Michael Hayes and Lex Luger, and we're turning it into something fun. Like this show, we were losing our shit for Mike Hayes over Michael Hayes, and last show it was the JYD bump count. So I had a lot of fun with that Luger Hayes match, man. Like we turned what was probably going to be a terrible match, and I mean it wasn't fantastic. It was better than I thought it would be, but we've turned it into something fun. And like I said, last show, love Butch Reed, but that match was not great, but we turned it into something fun. So I like that we're finding that of taking a shitty match and making it fun. And that match was way better than I anticipated it being. So I'll give it to that.
And if you shaved about 4 minutes off that match, it would actually probably be just a straight up pretty good match for the two involved. 'Cause, I mean, for the people who say Lex Luger can't have a good match unless he's in the ring with Flair, and Michael Hayes has never had a good singles match. The two of them together, that sounds like just nightmare fuel. Like, oh my God, this is going to be the worst thing that ever happened on tape. But it wasn't that bad.
Though that Russian leg sweep was pretty fucking bad.
Holy shit. I hope Michael Hayes never attempted to do another Russian leg sweep, and I hope Lex Luger, if anybody called it, went, nope, not doing that, because it will not work out well.
Yeah, that was real bad.
Well, all right, folks. That was another fun one, and I'm looking forward to our next one. Will be Clash of the Champions, Guts and Glory from South Carolina, where they open up with Ranger Ross and Missy Hyatt going through like basic training on a zip line, and where else can you see something like that, right? I mean, main event of that show is Terry Funk versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. There'll be a surprise heel turn on that show. I won't say who. I won't spoil it. But if you think about this era of NWA/WCW, there's not two people who are likely to turn at any given time. Think about it. You'll figure it out. If not, you'll watch it with us next time. Any final words, Bob, before we wrap this one up?
I got nothing today.
All right, folks.
I figure I've pimped your stuff enough and pimped our stuff enough that if they haven't looked at it by now, they're not gonna.
Well, we appreciate everybody that either listens to this podcast, or there's been quite a few people join Patreon. I don't know if it's specifically for this show or just we've been putting a lot of content up over in general, but we appreciate it. If you haven't, if you want to watch the show and not just listen to it, and plus a ton of other great content. Plus, the show comes up a week earlier over there than it does everywhere else. Go to patreon.com/retro wrestling archive. And there's bound to be something you like over there. You can join for just $5. And if you don't like it, cancel anytime. There's no subscription or anything like that. And if you want to get access to the Google Drive with a ton of old Memphis wrestling, some of the Ring of Honor era stuff that me and Bob was just talking about. There's a ton of stuff on there. You can join the $8 tier and have access to the drive, and I'm adding stuff to it frequently as well. So follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/retro wrestling review, and that page serves as a page for the WCW podcast, the USWA podcast, as well as the CWA Memphis podcast that Brian Tremble and I do just for Patreon. So we will see you next time. I'm not going to say Merry Christmas because these are shown way out of order. Not out of order, but
we're ahead of schedule.
We're ahead of schedule, if you will. But thank you all for listening, watching, and if you know somebody who likes old WCW wrestling and who doesn't, have them give us a try and see if they like it. And if they don't, well, fuck them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, tell them to go watch Dino Bravo matches.
Yeah, tell them to go watch a Dino Bravo marathon until give us another chance. We'll seem a lot better after that. All right. Thanks.